calling Blitz on this one.
Eureka.
We make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day, We make plays every day,
Hey.
We make plays every day,
You know what I'm talking about?
We make plays every day,
Every day.
We make plays every day,
Making plays every
We
day.
make plays every day,
Hey.
We make
Jamaican.
plays every day,
Hey, welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard Scott-Free. And here today, I'm proud to welcome a fellow peer of mine in the fantasy industry, even just in the sports podcasting industry in general. You know what I'm saying? I like to call him BWB. You know what I'm saying? He's also under the Rum Boys monarchy like myself. Gang. You know what I'm saying? I want to welcome in Blitz from Blitz with Blake.
Hey, what up?
I called you Blitz first. Blake, I'm dyslexic. You know what I'm saying? My man Blake, though. What's up, Balaki?
What up?
Man, you know, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? How you doing?
Oh, just living the dream. Happy to be on the show, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm gonna just like when you just had me on your show, I'm gonna go ahead and Bud Light, give me money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so my man Blake right here, representing Blitz with Blake. You know what I'm saying? He is a Steelers fan. You know what I mean? We're gonna go ahead and talk all things Steelers and Steelers 2020 outlook, and then we're just gonna shoot this shit like we always do. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to all that, we're gonna go ahead and handle some housekeeping. Follow me at the GMM Network on Twitter and IG. Follow me at Bogard Scott Free World on IG as well. And make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, / the GMM Network. You know what I mean? Also, check out all our merch on rumboys.com. That's rumboys.com, spelled with a Z. That's also where you're going to find all the innovative journalists, you know what I'm saying, from all walks of life. You know what I mean? With all the phenomenal articles, you know what I'm saying, covering everything from combat sports, you know what I'm saying, to NASCAR, all the way down to, the big three, football, baseball, basketball, etc. You know what I'm talking about? And we also want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, Milk and Honey, TX. For all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness, visit www.milkandhoneytx.com. You know what I'm saying? And also want to remind you guys about our brand spanking new sponsor that we are proud to have, man. Shout out to Monkey Knife Fight, our brand new sponsor, partner, affiliate, what have you. You know what I'm saying? For all of y'all that love daily fantasy sports like myself, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't fuck with DFS, this is still for you. You know what I mean? I want y'all to sign up with Monkey Knife Fight. Go ahead and make yourself an account. And with your first deposit, we're going to match that bitch all the way up to $50. You know what I'm saying? So don't be cheap and throw $1 and get $2 back. Go throw the 50. So you get that hundo to fuck with. And we got all kind of sporting events coming back, crossing our fingers. You know what I'm saying? First of all, fuck coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go ahead and we're just going to boo them. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Monkey Knife Fight. You know what I'm saying? Because we will be back with sports. And once we come back, Monkey Knife Fight is going to be waiting for you to go ahead and use promo code RUMBOYS. And that's how you're going to get your first deposit matched all the way to $50. Almost forgot the promo code, didn't I, Blake? You know what I'm saying? I don't read off no script. We just rocking. You feel me, Playmakers? But yes, fuck with monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code RUMBOYS. Get your first deposit matched all the way up to $50. Hey, Blake, representing Blitz with Blake, go ahead and tell them everywhere they can find you and your podcast.
Hell yeah. So you can find me over on Twitter by searching at Blitzed with WIT, because Twitter would not let me put the H.
That son of a bitch. Twitter.
find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube by searching Blitzed with Blake. And you can also find me live on all podcasting platforms. You name it, I'm there.
Yeah, I love it. My man, BWB. We're going to get right to it. And I just want to, every time I have a new guest, you know what I'm saying? You're a playmaker yourself. And, our audience, the Playmakers, they need to get well acquainted. So I want you to bring me back to the beginning because, like you said, you were a scout at one point, a D1 baseball scout. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? I know you're approaching a year now, or are you a little over a year now on the podcast?
Nah, man. I'm actually, I've only been doing it since January.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, word. So since the beginning of the year, okay, yeah, man. Well, you had me fooled. Check us out, Playmakers. When you listen to his joint, you know what I'm saying? You would swear he's a seasoned vet when it comes to this shit. You know what I mean? So you definitely, yeah. But okay, so let's go ahead. Take me from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like what really sparked the idea? You know what I'm saying? For Blake to start blitzing the content creators, for Blake to start blitzing the podcast game. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
man. So I guess it all really started I would say once I graduated college, really. So when I graduated, I thought I always wanted to be a scout. That was always my goal. And where it all really started was when I was in North Carolina. I was a Division I scout. I actually scouted 18 different sports.
That's right.
At the Division I level. So water polo in North Carolina, I was your guy.
Hey, how gangster is water polo though? Because that shit is very difficult. I respect people who fuck with water polo. Like that shit is no joke.
Bro, it's actually it's sort of crazy. Like it's mad entertaining to watch because you don't realize
because motherfuckers could drown and die at any given moment. Even you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, dude. Like the pool is mad fucking deep, and then you're just watching all these athletes out there, and they are honestly, water polo athletes. I realize are absolute freaks, dude. They're freak athletes.
You have to be able to basically tread water for several seconds with your hands in the air. You know what I mean?
Dude,
that's nutty. You know what I mean? And then catch a weighted ball. Like that ball ain't no regular degler. You know what I mean? That's what is it like a couple pounds, 2 pounds maybe, with sand in it.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, basically so my goal was always to be a scout, and when I made it there, for the first little bit I loved it, right? Because my mindset was, well, I probably would not have gotten to where I was without some help from certain people that kind of knew the ins and outs of college athletics. And that was my goal, was to help kids. But what really got kind of old was being the guy, instead of being the guy helping kids, more times than not, especially because I was working with D1 athletes, more times than not, I was the guy that was basically telling kids, hey, you're not really good enough. And that wears on you after a while, right? Because most of these kids, that's their goal. That's their whole life dream. And then
these motherfuckers are freaks, too. Imagine telling a water polo, oh, yeah, motherfuckers, see me in the pool. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'd almost rather take a water polo guy on land. Like, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, you're not that good. And I'd run as fuck. I just run. You catch them in the water. You know what I'm saying? They're in their element. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It kind of wore on me. So I started kind of thinking about, originally my podcast was going to be more about helping kids in the recruiting process. And I've done an episode on it with my show, but it slowly evolved into one of these things where I'm like, well, shit, I was scouting 18 different sports. I could analyze this shit. I could talk about it for days, no matter what it is, pretty much.
You could even say you could blitz this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Right.
All of it.
It slowly started to turn into that. And it was crazy. My first episode, I was expecting to get 10 views, and I got a lot more, and it kind of blew up from there, and it's been kind of fun since, man.
Tell me that's not one of those highs. Like it's a real high when you're like, wow, people are tuning in, man. Like that shit gets me high as fuck when a motherfucker texts me and was like, I was at work, I binged your last couple episodes. The next thing you know, I'm getting off work. And I'm like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, dude,
you know what I mean? Like that's my favorite, bro. Like because that's who we do it for, correct? You know what I mean? Like we do it for motherfuckers to listen. We don't just want to hear ourselves now. I mean I do kind of, but you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Yo. Did we lose Blake?
What is going on?
Yo. My bad. You done cut out real low. Hello?
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. Give me 1 sec. Oh, you know what? How about this? I'm gonna, cause you're already set up to the mic. Just hang up. FaceTime audio call this number right back. Yo. You there? Yellow. Yo. Blitzed. What in the fucking world? Yo. That is fucking strange. This is crazy. Hold on. FaceTime audio call Blake.
Making a FaceTime audio call.
Okay, we're getting right to the bottom of this.
What up?
Okay, hey, I got the other joint already to the mic. I want to hang up. Call that other one back on FaceTime audio. All right, cool. Things like this can occur in the field. You know what's crazy? Playmakers, it's only recently we started having these blips like this. Okay, we got him back. There he is.
All right.
There he is. There's our gem. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Blake, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know what's crazy? I was just telling the Playmakers right now, in my history so far, and our history dates back to like late August as far as the podcast. It's like that's probably only like the second blip or third blip we've had. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? We've been pretty smooth. I mean, smooth as in like not so reckless, I should say. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah. So continue. So you were tired of essentially shitting on these kids because you got to think about it too. These kids are young. They're adolescents. It could really wear on their confidence in a sense. You know what I mean? And it's like that's not what you signed up for. You signed up to scout talent, not to like find bad talent, like or be able to diagnose bad talent. Like, all right, you just don't got it. Like, no, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, and really, if you think about it, the way, especially now, now I'm selling cars and making content, but like, I get so many people that come into the dealership that I work at that ask me too, like, man, that sounds like an awesome job. Why would you give it up? And I tell people the same thing every single time. I say, think about it this way, and you might think of it differently. 6% of high school athletes play at any collegiate level, whether it be NAIA, D3, JUCO, D2, D1, any of it, right?
Yeah.
And on top of that, roughly 1% or a little under 1% of that 6% plays the Division I level, which means 99% of the guy, or 99% of the time, I'm the guy saying, hey, you're not good enough. And most of these kids, that's been their dream their whole lives, is to play Division I athletics.
Yeah. I know, right? And like when you say that, because what would you say too in major league sports, or like whether it's baseball or the big three, essentially like 3% of college kids, maybe 3% of college athletes, I should say, maybe. Does that suffice? Or might even be less than that. Make it, huh? From out.
It's roughly like 1.2% or something like that.
Wow. And that makes me upset with motherfuckers who fuck their opportunity up, like robbing people and shit. Shout out to Cody Lattimore, or shooting his gun off and shit. Like, come on, bro. You're the 1 point whatever the fuck percent, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but let's continue. So you know what I'm saying? You got motherfuckers at your regular day job right now, thinking it's glamorous, but you already you already tried and true know that, what I mean, maybe that's something that you don't really want to continue with in this sense because of the discouraging factor when it comes to like that 3% of college athletes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what did the idea sound like? What was the conversation like, and who was it with when you were like, yo, I'm about to start making this content?
So it was actually funny. The way it all started was basically I called one of my buddies who's a huge sports fan, and we got to talking about sports, and he was kind of just talking to me here and there. Then we got to talking about other sports, right? We started talking about like the random shit that I was scouting, like field hockey, water polo, swimming, diving, like. And he was like, "Damn, you should talk about this shit like on a podcast." And I was like, I feel like I could. Like, I feel like I could, instead of making my podcast about helping families and stuff with the recruiting process. Like, I would much rather like sit back and drink beers and give my average Joe opinion. Because
you had me at drinking beers. But yes, continue. Right.
So like how it kind of started was I was like, if I could sit down and just give an average Joe opinion, because I feel like that's one of the things that's lacking as far as sports content. I get tired of turning on ESPN and there's things sugar-coated, or even with some of the bigger podcasts now, I feel like it's sugar-coated. And I was like, man, I would love for a motherfucker just to say how it was. And that's actually how I started tuning into Rum Boys, is I was like, I fuck with Rum Boys because these motherfuckers just say what's on their mind.
Oh, yeah. You know what's crazy is shout out to the Admiral, man. He, at one point I even asked him, I was like, I don't mean to cut you up, but I have just a quick side story, right? So we're doing a draft, right? Like, it's the one legit draft I've done so far. This league is for charity, right? So we got 12 of the who's who in the fantasy industry, right? And I'm privileged to be in this group right here. And like, we're talking about Leonard Fournette. And, I make nicknames for all the players. You know what I mean? I don't really go with the commercial nicknames. I like to make my own. So the conversation was about, whether or not, they're thinking about cutting Leonard Fournette. Remember, this is a couple months, or like a month ago, or actually at the beginning of this month. Remember, there was, they were talking about like, the possibility of trying to trade him or maybe cutting him. And then, so they're like, Bogard, what do you think? And I go, well, Leonard Fournette, or as I like to call him, Leonard Foreskin. You know what I'm saying? And as foreskins tend to do, they get cut. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets cut. But, and then, I'm going on and everyone's laughing. And then Robbie, the Admiral, he goes, Bogard, he's like, because of your humor, I will proudly pay all kind of FFC fines when we blow up for real. You know what I'm saying? Or FCC fines, right? He was like, and I was like, bro, if you need me to, tone it down, he's like, no. Don't fucking tone it down. I need that crazy Bogard shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, thank you. I'm home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. So okay. So you're checking out the Rum Boys, right?
Yeah.
Right. So go on.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I started tuning into Rum Boys like once my podcast, like, I had all my social media stuff up, and I was just trying to follow some people and get the word out. That's actually how, I followed Robbie and Rum Boys and everything, and Robbie messaged me off of the Rum Boys Fantasy Network account, and he was like, hey man, like, I'll come on to your show or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that'd be killer. And originally my show was actually called Two Guys, One Case.
Oh, okay.
Because it was me and a co-host. But yeah, man, my co-host left, and he was one of those guys, he didn't realize like what the real grind was. Like, he expected it to happen overnight, and it didn't.
A lot of people assume that with podcasting, they think it's just easy. You just hit record and you talk. And even though essentially that's what it is, but there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of levers and gears being pulled behind the scenes. You know what I mean? There's a lot of puzzle pieces being fit in nooks and crannies, and then sometimes you gotta figure out how to fit a square peg into a round hole, and you know what I mean, and rub some elbow grease and really shave some things down, and you know what I mean, like, it's real work.
Oh yeah, it's a ton of work, dude, and And that was part of the issue that I had with my former co-host was he expected it to happen overnight. Well, he's working 16-hour shifts, but he's working 3 days a week. I'm working 50 plus hours at the dealership a week. Plus, I would come home and I would be the one editing the episodes. I would be the one putting content out, tweeting, following new people, trying to get the word out and stuff like that. So once he left, actually, that's how I brought on Noah, my marketing guy.
Yep, shout out to Noah.
Yeah, dude, Noah's killer. And
Killer Noah. That's what I'm calling him.
Hell yeah, dude. He's a fucking animal, dude. Like, I've known him since high school. He's one of my best friends in high school, and he tunes into the episodes and everything, and I put out my first episode without my co-host, and I really didn't go too deep. I didn't think it was, like, my place to really, like, put him on blast, especially because, like, I was mad at the time.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to say some stupid shit. So I was just like, I think all I said was on the episode, I said, like, creative differences, he's gone. I'm doing this now.
Yeah, well, I'll say it. Yeah, whoever you are, we won't even give you the honor of saying your name. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Which is 16-hour days, 16 times 3, what's that, 48 hours a week? God damn it. There's 24 hours in a day, you know what I'm saying? That's basically 72 hours in those 3 days that he's working, and he's only taking 48 out of them. You know what? Just fucking stop sleeping. It's time to work, motherfucker.
Exactly. Hell yeah. And it was funny, like I brought Noah on, and Noah does some shit behind the scenes that not a lot of people realize. Like, originally, when my show was called Two Guys, One Case, I was going to leave it. Noah makes all of my logos. He does all of my merchandise, like designs and stuff. Speaking of which, we're putting out merch.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Is it already up? Can we say where they can find it?
It is not up yet.
Oh, but it's on the way. It's on the way, Playmakers. Spoiler alert. You know what I mean? Okay, continue.
But yeah, it'll be out soon. We're finishing up the first line here. But basically, Noah was just like, he listened to my episode without my co-host, and I was gonna keep it Two Guys, One Case because I liked our logo, and my idea was, well, I'll just keep it Two Guys, One Case, and then I'll just have a guest every week because I plan on having a guest every week anyway.
Yeah.
And he was like, listen, man, he was like, first of all, he was like, if you're gonna just be solo and you're gonna bring a guest on, he was like, don't close it off to just two guys. He was like, maybe you want to have a girl on. And I was like, that's true. I know a lot of girls that play hella athletics, right?
Right. Ain't that right, Blake? You might even have a few girls on, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on. Are we still talking about podcasting here? I mean, you feel me?
So it kind of like, it got to the point where he was like, let's just wash. Because Noah was like, we're at this point where we're early enough in the process. He was like, we could change the logo, change the name.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, and people really will just still resonate with the fact that it's you. And I was like, all right, I love it. So Noah's the one that came up with Blitzed with Blake. Noah's the one that made my logo. And Noah,
shout out to Noah, man. So without Noah, I wouldn't know you as BWB, as I like to call you.
Exactly, man. He's honestly, at first, like, I was nervous. Like, when my co-host left, I was like, fuck, man, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to grind on my own. But Noah was, honest to God, he was a godsend, dude, because he helps me out so much.
I mean, you know what? I mean, shout out to Noah. Not only is he a godsend, I mean, he literally saved the world at one point when this motherfucker flooded. You know what I'm saying? And God, told this motherfucker Noah, is like, you got to build this ark. You know what I'm saying? And you got to go ahead and get Blake on the ship. You know what I'm saying? And right? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Listen, Playmakers, I'm not really a religious man, but I know literature. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Hey, real quick side note, man. Cheers, bro.
Cheers. You know hell yeah.
Cheers. Tito's give me money. All right. So now you're rocking, right? You got your podcast rocking. You're doing your solo thing, but you are bringing on guests. And your scouting background, probably low-key, is one of your benefit, or maybe one of your benefits, one of your traits, that because you're literally scouting on the guests. You know what I mean? Because I know you keep a certain quality of show. You're not just gonna bring on any bum who talks sports. You're scouting these motherfuckers, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, and shameless plug. I mean, you guys need to check out one. I think right now it's the most recent episode featuring yours truly, Bogard, scot free. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. Available on all streaming platforms. Blitzed with Blake. You know what I'm talking about? Featuring the GMM network. But yes, okay, continue.
Yeah, man. So I guess from there, like, things kind of like picked up, right? So, ended up bringing on the Hot Take Cold Turkey guys.
Oh yeah, shout out to Hot Take Cold Turkey. That's another great episode, and I believe it was just released as well, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. See, another shameless plug. I mean, I hate to make it all about me now, right? But you know what I'm saying? I just so happen to have featured me and my man Blake right here. We featured on it is episode 2 on Hot Take Cold Turkey. You know what I'm saying? The HTC pod, right? And that shit, it also just debuted recently, and I'm privileged that I was able to be featured on the first full-length episode. Me and my man BWB right here.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Eric and Drew, man.
Yeah, dude. They're good shit. It's actually really funny when I came up with my podcast idea and I started launching, like, some of my social media, hadn't even put out an episode yet. Actually, those guys reached out to me and said, like, hey, saw you're doing a podcast, saw, like, on social media you're getting some traction, like, can you help us? So, like, really, it was about a year ago, I guess, when I started doing, like, social media stuff. It would have been June last summer.
Man, that's exponential growth, man, with your Twitter, too. Congratulations on that thou wow, too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Within the year, that's pretty fucking awesome, man.
So I mean, like, those guys have been in the works for a while, and I offered them an affiliate spot once I kind of got some traction and once they were ready.
Would you say it was an offer they couldn't refuse? Hashtag Godfather? Yes. I know you might be a little too young for that one, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, dude. Killer movie. I love The Godfather.
Yeah. I know, right? Fucking awesome movie. Except for part 3. Part 3 kind of went off the rails.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, part 2 was the one. Like, in the words of BWB, part 2 was the gem. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yes, dude, 100%.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so you offer them the affiliate spot, right? And then, you know what I mean. So they're kind of your brainchild in that sense, because you're helping guide them. You know what I mean? And what's dope too, man, is they the two Eric and Drew Playmakers, they have a great dynamic, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know you guys. I understand you guys were all like college buddies too, right? Is that right? Yeah.
They went to the same college I did in Wisconsin, and actually, so at the university that we all went to. Shout out Marion University in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
It's funny, like, you gotta have an internship to graduate. So, like, my internship was, I actually worked fun fact too, I was the only single man groundskeeper in the entire Northwoods League, which is in the Midwest. It's like it's a summer league for high Division I athletes. People, guys that go to University of Iowa, like big D1 schools.
And groundsmen, they got a lot of duties, man. Like, low key, like, I mean, why don't you explain to the Playmakers exactly like what your day consisted of as, interning as a groundsman?
Oh, dude. So like I said, I was the only single. Every other team in the Northwoods League had at least 2 guys. I was the only guy that was by myself. And I would get to the stadium. I was the first intern there every day. I would get there pretty much the same time as the general manager. I would get there. We didn't open the doors to the front office until like 9 a.m. I was there at 6 a.m. Like a typical game day, dude, was intense. Basically, I would get there at 6 a.m. I would drag the field, water it to make sure, it's nice and up and everything. Hell, I didn't have to cut the grass. The university was supposed to do it, but there was actually one day where the grass was too long. So I went out.
This isn't regulation grass. Yeah. You had the ruler out. You're like, no, give me the lawnmower.
It was funny. Like I actually the guys at Marion University, the guys that cut the grass all over the school, I actually kind of got in an argument with them, and I sounded like I sounded like such a jerk off, honestly, because I pulled up on a gator that I had, and I was like, I told one of the guys, his name's
and
Brian.
And check this out, Playmakers, an actual gator, like not even like an animal. He pulled up on an actual gator. You know what I'm saying? Okay, continue.
I pulled up and I was like, Brian. He's like, yeah. And I was like, what's the deal with the fucking grass here, bud? He was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what? I was like, you cut it? He's like, yeah, I cut it. I was like, at a 4, dude? I was like, you got to cut that shit at 1.5 or 2 at the longest.
Yeah, motherfucker.
So I actually got mad and I ended up push mowing the infield for the game.
Think about it too. That that can be detrimental to like certain certain length of cleats and stuff. Like this is regulation for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
It can affect the gameplay if the grass is in a certain level. You know what I mean?
100%. Like it was crazy. But yeah, I'd basically water the field during the day, and then kind of hang out. And then right before the game, I would set up BP. So I would bring out like all the nets for BP. I would, while the other teams were taking BP and stuff, and the guys were taking BP, I would spray paint the bases because we had to have bright white bases.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously, like before the game started, I would drag the field and I would paint all the lines and everything. Had to paint the lines like super straight, obviously super strict in that league. And that's actually where Eric came in. So Eric from Hot Take Cold Turkey, he was in the Northwoods League. They have older bat boys because in some for most of the teams, I should say, because most of the teams, the bat boys help get the field ready. So like you have to have older guys that can carry heavy shit.
Yeah.
So I was actually Eric's boss that summer.
Yes, right. I think you might have mentioned this a little bit. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so Eric would show up and he would help me get the field ready, and then it was crazy. Like I was literally the only intern that, I guess, other than our content creators, like other than our radio guy and the guys that put out our videos and stuff, but like I would work before and after the game. Really, during the game, I hung out, man. Like I got to actually watch the games, which is cool. But then the shitty thing is once the games were over, it doesn't stop. Like I would have to, once the game was over and everyone left, I would re-drag the field so it didn't get in shitty condition on the infield.
Yeah.
And then I would have to patch up the mound and home plate with clay. So,
yeah.
I mean, there was some nights where I didn't leave the diamond until midnight, and I got there at 6 in the morning.
So it's safe to say you weren't drinking while watching these games?
Oh, hell no, dude. I think when I had to turn in my internship paperwork in, in like 4 months, I worked 652 hours.
God damn.
Like it was a grind, dude. But I mean, it paid off. Like the field played well. We ended up winning the NWL World Series, so I got a fat ass ring out.
Hey, you know what? I tell you, man, they need to thank you, man, because the field conditions being mint. You know what I'm saying? The field, when they looked at the field, they would say in BWB's words, the field was a gem. You know what I mean? And bro, that very well could have really contributed to them playing well. You know what I mean? I mean,
hey, I like to think so, I guess.
Right? You know what? Even if not, my version's better. You know what I'm saying?
It was wild. I remember one time there was a day where like the craziest shit happened all the time. Like there was one day where our field got struck by lightning, and
oh shit!
Like our field gets struck by lightning, and we were at an away. Like we had a road stand, so like we had 2 games away, and our offices weren't open. So me and a bunch of the other intern guys, we all got in a car. We went to the away game, and then we were like, fuck it, we're just going to drink and stay in a hotel. And we get back a couple days later, and my GM comes up to me. He's like, well, Blake, got some really bad news. And I was like, what's going on, Ryan? He goes, so the field got struck by lightning. And I was like, yeah, I heard. He goes, yeah, it fried our sprinkler system, so the sprinklers ran for 48 hours straight. Dude, the away
motherfucker.
The away dugout probably had, I would say, a good 2 feet of water in it.
God damn.
So, like, I remember it was me and 3 other intern dudes.
And what city was this in? This is a away game, right?
This was at our home field. Got struck
oh man!
And that was in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. So
and that makes you extra mad too, because this is the field that you actually attend to personally. So it's like, and you know what I was telling the Playmakers when we had the little issue earlier, the technical issue. I was saying, things like this can occur in the field. You know what I mean? So, and you got to be prepared for anything. And in this case, God himself and struck lightning and sent, thunderous lightning and pouring down rain. You know what I'm saying? So wait, hold on. So is this the would you say it was flooded in that sense?
Yeah. Oh yeah. The dugout was, like I said, like 2 feet of water. I remember it was like me,
did Noah show up in the boat? Is this when Noah showed up in the boat?
I could have fucking used him, dude. It was crazy. Like it was me, like 3 intern dudes, and then the team that I worked for only had, imagine this, too, this is what's even crazier. The team that I worked for only had 3 full-time staff members as well, running an entire baseball team.
God damn.
So, like, it was me, the ticket guy who was full-time, and then, like, 3 other interns. We actually had to take, like, gallon buckets, and we had to scoop the water out because it wasn't draining the way it was supposed to, because they fucked up the drainage system in the dugout when they built the field. So, like, not to mention, like, half of the field was underwater, and we had a game the next day. So, like, I was probably there until, I don't know, like 12:30, 1 in the morning trying to get the field ready, and then I had to show back up at, like, 5 a.m. to drag it and try to get it ready for our game that night. It was...
God damn. It was annoying?
It was nuts, dude. And then on top of that, when I went back, I had, because I was outside all day, I mean, it's the middle of summer, I was outside all day, and when people were in the stands, I had to wear, like, khaki shorts and a polo, but when people weren't there, I could wear whatever I wanted. So when I'm working on the field, I usually just wore some athletic shorts and a cutoff. Well, I was literally working on the field so long to get it ready for that game, I actually got a 2nd-degree sunburn, so I had blisters all over.
Damn. Hey, so that day you were blisters with with Blake. You were blisters with Blake that day. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude. It was bad. They actually let me go home that day because they were like, listen, you've been here long enough. You're fucking covered in blisters. You're sunburned to shit. Like, just go home.
Damn,
I was like,
that's
all right,
crazy.
cool.
I didn't know summers get like that in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, dude. They get mad humid. The fucking sun is hot as shit.
Okay, hold on. Here's the first dumb Bogard question. I'm probably going to ask like several of these. You know what I'm saying? Do they really still say, I don't you know, over there? Or, you know? Is that like, yeah. Because I grew up on this cartoon called Bobby's World, right? When I was a kid. And they were from Wisconsin. You know what I mean? And like the mom talked like that on the cartoon. I don't you know. You know what I mean? Just all day. So it's like, that actually resonated with me for life. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, that's how people in Wisconsin talk. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's funny. I had to get used to it. Like,
yeah, because you're not originally from Wisconsin, right? You're born in Illinois?
Illinois, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was born, like, it's, like, middle of Illinois, too. So, like, Wisconsin's actually kind of far away from where I was born at. And it took some getting used to, dude. Like, when I got to school, I, like, stroll in there, and I'm like, yo, what up, everyone? My name's Blake. And then, like, there's all these Wisconsin people going to this school, obviously, and they're all like, yeah, dude, you want to go over to the bar?
Oh, shit.
And like,
you're like, hey, were you being mean at first? Like, yeah, I do, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
bro, I think the only time I was ever mean is you know how when you go up to like a water fountain, like a water fountain, you think of what? Like a thing you drink from, right?
Yeah.
So in Wisconsin, they don't call it a water fountain; they call it a bubbler.
A bubbler.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's usually what I refer to a bong. And Playmakers, that's a utensil for smoking a good marijuana. You know what I'm saying? A bubbler. You know what I mean?
Dude, that was probably the only time I was
You're
ever
like, hell yeah, where's it at? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the bubbler.
Y'all got that in the hallways? This shit's crazy. Bro, but that was for real probably the only time I was like openly like, what the fuck? Because like I was literally waiting to go to a class, and I'm standing in the hallway, and it was like the very first week of school, and I was mad hungover because I was playing baseball in college, so I went out with all the baseball guys, and of course, you know, freshmen, we all got fucking stupid ass drunk, and then like I'm standing in the hallway, hungover as a bitch, trying to pay attention, be like ready for class, and I'm standing there, and I'm like, man, I am thirsty, and this girl standing next to me goes, well, there's a bubbler right over there, and I was like, there's a what over there? What the fuck did you just say? She's like, a bubbler, and I was like, the fuck is a bubbler? And she was like, you know, a bubbler fountain. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's funny because as much as I say it's crazy, it's normal over there. Like it's like certain places too in the Midwest, like or even like shout out to I got some cousins that they're from Warm Springs, Colorado. I remember when they used to come to California as kids, they'd be like, "You got any pop?" And I'd be like, "Pop." Like Pop Rocks? I'm like, what the fuck? But they were talking about soda pop. Like, I was like, oh, soda? Like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? But, you know, it was just like, oh, okay. And then, you know, I came to find out that's really just California, I think, that doesn't really call it pop. You know what I mean? Like, we just say soda.
California and Wisconsin calls it soda, too.
Oh, okay. All right. See, so we're normal then.
A soda.
A soda. Do they say Minnesota or Minnesota?
They say Minnesota.
Minnesota? Okay. Damn. Hey, I'm sorry. Shout out to everyone from Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry if all the playmakers from Wisconsin that are familiar with Bogard, they know how I am. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. So damn, that's crazy, man. And you did this throughout that summer, and then you were like, fuck this.
Yeah, dude, it stuck. Like it was a cool job. Don't get me wrong, because like a lot of these guys felt when I was the field guy, I actually became friends with a lot of the players because I was always on the field and I was always talking to them. Like some of the guys that I met actually that were on the team are actually in minor league baseball now. Like they were drafted after summer, so that's kind of cool. But
man, that's awesome though, because I mean. Because at the end of the day, too, dog, there's a good chance that you contributed. You know what I mean? Like somehow, some way, like, you mean because you didn't have the scout background. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, you would tell motherfuckers that if they were slacking just to keep everybody's head in the game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. Well, so now you know, like you said, the Eric came along, and you know, you knew Drew. So then you know, and now you know, hot take, cold turkey. You know, they're doing their thing, and you know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? Like, so now before we close this up, walk me a little bit through how that conversation went with, you know, when you got the call, so to speak, from the Admiral, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because I'll tell you this much, man, it was one hell of a call for me as well, man. You know what I mean? When he was like, bro, you know, I want you to be a part of the Rum Boys. You know what I mean? You got your own brand, you do your own thing, but I also want you to represent us. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. You know what I mean? It's an honor, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just, it doesn't even feel like work half the time when, more than half the time when I'm with the Rum Boys or working or doing Rum Boys things, bro. Like, it's fun, man. It's really like a passion for me already. And like now I get to work with cats that are all, like, you know, you want to be surrounded by like-minded individuals, you know what I mean? And like I'm telling you, like I said, I feel like we're at home here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. It was it was interesting. Basically I got an offer from another media group.
We won't say the name. We won't say the name.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Yeah. Because they don't give us money. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But like basically these other guys asked me to join their squad essentially, and I was like, man, me and my marketing guy kind of talked it over, decided not. And I had asked Robbie his opinion on him because, like, I knew he wasn't going to bullshit me, and I knew, like he fucks with me, I fuck with him. Like, I knew he would have my best interest. Like, if I shouldn't do it, he would be open and just tell me. He wouldn't fuck around with me. So, like, I wanted to ask him because I wasn't too familiar with these guys. And basically, like, I turned it down, and I told Robbie, I called him, and I was like, yeah, man, like, I turned that shit down. It's all good. And he basically was like, you know, I can see the passion in you. Like, he's like, I know you're selling cars. You don't want to do that shit forever. And I was like, you got that shit right. And he was like, you know, I could see the passion. He was like, I like what you're doing. He was like, you know, I fuck with your vibe, basically. He's like, and I'd love to have you be a part of the Rum Boys family. He was like, I'm sorry this offer is coming because you got a shitty one earlier. And I died laughing.
Yeah. Well, because I have a backstage story as well. After, go ahead.
He was just like, you know, I would love to have you be a part of it. And he told me the same thing too. He's like, I understand you know, you have your own brand, you have your own thing that you're doing. He was like, but he was like, you have the tools and the skill set to grow it and be successful with it. He was like, I just want to help you sharpen them and I want to help you out. And I was like, nah, man, I say less. I got you. I would love to be a part of the fam.
Yeah. And here we are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Right? Like, you know, I just did your podcast, you're doing mine now, and it's just lovely cross promoting because, bro, like I came from the music industry where motherfuckers don't like to help each other, you know what I mean? And like, bro, it's just like we all have the same common denominator and we're all cut from the same cloth, I like to believe, you know what I mean? Because I'm not knocking all the straight edgers who don't like to, you know, enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? When it's like, yeah, you might, you know, these other, you know, people or content creators, I'm not going to say any names, but, you know, they might have great insight and stuff, but you know, it's like, I don't directly identify with a lot of them. I do with the Rum Boys. I do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I do with, you know, shout out to Turn Up the Jets or shout out to the Fantasy Fornicator. Like, you know, just the people that I've came across on this journey that like, you know, that I gravitate towards. These are the people I tend to work with, you know, well. You know, I work with you guys well, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's just what it's about, Playmakers. It's about surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals because I like to believe I'm a reflection of who I surround myself with. And you know, as much as I joke around, I do take this shit serious. I do take myself serious. And you know what I mean? Like, we want others to take our material serious, our content serious, you know what I mean? Because we really know what the fuck we're talking about. And like, you know, like I know you got a scouting background, and I like to believe, you know, I'm a scout in this sense too, where it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't just want to bring on anyone onto the Playmakers show, you know what I'm saying, or the Playmakers series, you know what I mean? Like, they really got to know their shit, and like, you definitely fit the criteria, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited to get Eric and Drew on, you know what I mean? I actually had messaged them already, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring them on as a duo, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And you know, so I'm gonna get the cast of Hot Take Cold Turkey on here probably sometime next week. You know what I mean? And we'll talk some Packers and Titans. You know what I mean? Because they are that's their fandom. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we're just gonna continue to network and you know, spread our wings. And you know, and before we move on, I will tell you this much: I was conversating with Robbie that whole day. You know what I mean? This was actually the same day that Monkey Knife Fight came knocking at the Rum Boys' door. And you know what I mean? It was just a big day. Like, in history, we're going to look back as the same day that, you know, the Rum Boys got sponsored by Monkey Knife Fight was the same day we also recruited, you know, Blitzed with Blake. You know what I'm saying? Our man BWB and the whole squad. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Under the BWB monarchy. You know what I'm saying? And like, you know, here's the thing. Is when he asked me, it was kind of like it wasn't even a question. He was just like, I'm gonna bring on Blake. Fuck that. He's getting a shitty deal. Fuck that deal. I'm gonna give him a real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, hell yeah. And he's like, what do you think? And I'm like, should have been done that yesterday. You know what I mean? And then like then you know, we hang up the phone. You know what I mean? And I know he has a conversation with you, and I get the text. You know, he's like, Blitz with Blake is in the building. I'm like, yes. You know what I mean? Like, yes. So, you know, my claim to fame is I like to in history, even if it's not, even though it was all Robbie, in my version, I had something to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Welcome aboard, brother. You know what I mean? We're all one big family, man, and I love it. Okay, now let's get to this. So you are a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you know what I'm saying? So you immediately become, the GMM Network's Pittsburgh Steelers affiliate, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Or what's the word I'm looking for? You're a fanalytic in this case. You're the fan / analytics. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
You're bringing this real fanalysis. You know what I'm saying? Or fan analysis, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even spell. You know what I mean? But anyways, you know what I mean? Like now we're looking at, let's look at the offseason so far for the Pittsburgh Steelers as far as free agency and into the draft. You know what I mean? Tell me some notable things that you guys have done that you think can have an immediate impact for your Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, and even with that said too, I did touch on free agency. If there is some guys that might have left because of free agency, you know what I mean, or even retirement, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, just go, let's point them all out.
Yeah. Well, I don't think this is one actually that pisses me off, that I don't think will have an immediate impact, but I got to get it off my mental and talk
Let's go,
about
man.
it.
This is why we're here, man. You didn't know I'm a therapist too? You know what I'm saying? Lay it on me, BWB.
So picking up Eric Ebron pissed me off.
Yeah.
Utterly pissed me off.
You mean my man, frying pan hands? That's what I call him. Because he catches the ball with his hands, but he kind of slaps them together because he got these giant frying pan hands. And it's like, bruh, catch with your hands. Don't just clap them together and then try to bring it into your body. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of how he catches the ball. Watch, next time you see Eric Ebron in action, that's all you're going to see now.
It's so, it pisses me off for so many reasons. If we really wanted a tight end like that, we should have just kept the ones that were on our roster to begin with because they're the same way. And on top of that,
I do like my man MC Donald though, Vance McDonald.
Yeah. Okay. Vance McDonald agreed.
But he just gets hurt. He gets hurt.
He does.
Yeah.
But what pissed me off the most is that that was in the Steelers organization, like on social media and everywhere that they're talking about it, they're making it seem like this massive move that's gonna, help us out so much. And I was like, that's our big move for free agency, picking up no hands Ebron, dude.
No. Frying. He has hands, but they're frying pan hands. You know what I'm saying? Listen. If I wanted to cook some eggs, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, here, hold this egg. You know what I'm saying? But catching a ball, though, with those frying pan hands of his, it's a different story.
He's just, dude, it made me so mad, honestly. Similar to another one that made me mad was, and I understand he's a big physical wide receiver. Granted, I didn't have him going in my mock draft. Well, I should say I went through all 7 rounds and picked all of my guys for every team. And I didn't have Chase Claypool going until the 3rd round.
And Chase Claypool is kind of like one of those Ming-shift receiver / tight end type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a big dude. He's agile, but my biggest thing is what pissed me off.
He's a project for sure.
Yeah, 100%. And what pissed me off the most is it's like we go out and we get Chase Claypool with our 2nd round pick. And in reality, my biggest concern is we have a quarterback that got Tommy John surgery. Let's say he can't throw the rock next year or he gets hurt again. Who's going to throw this 2nd round wide receiver we picked the ball?
Yeah.
Because we don't have anyone that can throw the ball to it.
So can I ask you a question then? When you were picking these players in your mock draft in the reality draft, right? So you were did you have them anywhere looking at any of these quarterbacks? Like when Jalen Hurts was in the 2nd round, were you like, get this motherfucker?
Yeah, I wanted Jalen Hurts. I wanted Pittsburgh to get Jalen Hurts. I had them taking.
Yeah, because he kind of reminds his game style kind of reminds me of a young Big Ben. Because because remember, young Big Ben he would run the ball with his big ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, and I think Jalen Hurts is one of those guys that he would have fit our offense well, especially like we talked about on my podcast. He would have fit the backup quarterback role of the Steelers, like successful backups, well. Because you look at the guys that were successful as backups in Pittsburgh, it was all guys that were agile but could still throw the rock. And, I mean, Byron Leftwich, Mike Vick, even. Like, those were guys that were successful. And Jalen Hurts
even
fits
Landry,
that.
Even Landry Jones, when he would come in, was that his name, right? Did I have that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't half bad neither. You know what I mean? Like, as a passer, at least. You know what I mean?
Exactly, right? Like, and, like, I had Pittsburgh taking a wide receiver. I don't have the sheet in front of me. But I know I had us taking a wide receiver because, like I told you on my show, I told my dad. My dad called me, and this is crazy. I got 23 in my first 32 right.
Woo! Yeah, that's like a 70. That's like a 70 percentile right there, something like that. I mean,
Yeah, dude.
I'm not drunk enough to do proper math because the drunker I get, my math becomes sharp, bro. It's uncanny. You know what I mean?
I would have gotten a lot more picks right had the Saints just taken fucking Jordan Love like they were supposed to, but whatever.
I had them taking the Saints. I had the Saints taking him too.
But like I remember my dad called me and he was like, "All right," he was like, "You know, you did good on the first round." He's like, "I'm curious because my dad's a Steelers fan." He's like, "Who you got us taking in the second round?" And God, I can't remember for the life of me. I don't have the goddamn sheet in front of me, but I remember telling him, I said, I either want Jalen Hurts or J.K. Dobbins. I was like, but we're going to take
J.K. Dobbins would have been murder over there because they, you know what I mean? Like, he would have been murder. I mean, granted, there's still James Conner, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, J.K. Dobbins would have been that future, if not the immediate future. You know what I mean?
Exactly, dude. Like that's who I really wanted. But I told my dad outright, I said, we're going to take a fucking wide receiver. I was like, and then we're going to have the same issues we had last season if Big Ben goes down. And that's exactly what we did. Like, that pick pissed me off.
I will give this to the Steelers, though. Like, they do have a history of getting great wide receivers. And it's normally, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, in the top 3 rounds. Like, they know how to get these guys, man. So maybe Claypool's, maybe there's something that they see that we don't know, you know what I mean? Because they're pretty good at it. But it all boils down to who the fuck is going to throw him the ball. In this case, if Big Ben goes down again, like he's 10. Like, you know, I'll give this to Big Ben. You know, the couple seasons prior to this past one, he actually played all 16. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Because he had that knack for getting hurt, you know, because he is a giant, like, statue nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. He's one of those guys that he's essentially, I compare Big Ben a lot to guys like Cam Newton or RG3. Big Ben plays the game dangerous. There's no way around it. He does.
Yeah, he sure does.
But, I mean, you know, and that being said, I completely agree. The Steelers always have good wideouts. And I think that's part of the thing that made me the most mad on why we took a wide receiver so high is it's like we have depth there. I mean, shit, we have James Washington, who I think is a flat-out fucking stud.
Yeah, me too.
Never plays.
I'm a JW truther, man. I love James Washington.
He's an animal, but we never play him because we have so much depth there already. Hell, even Ryan Switzer. I think Ryan Switzer could be a
bro. I mean, especially being that shorter A dot guy, like, you know what I mean, in the middle of the field, like, yeah, man, he's. I mean, it's no wonder that the Cowboys had him because they wanted someone who's kind of like a Cole Beasley type. You know what I mean?
Exactly, dude. Like, and I guess that's why that's why I didn't understand taking a wide receiver that high. Like, I was just like, man, we got so much depth there. Like, we have so many other things we need to work on.
Yeah. Okay, well, is there anybody there that like, you know, as far as your draft class goes, that maybe perhaps filled a need? You know what I'm saying? Like, or filled a hole, I should say?
Yeah, dude. So the one that I actually got really, really excited about, and this might sound goofy to some people listening, but I love this goddamn pick, is getting Anthony McFarland where we did. Anthony
you guys got
McFarland,
him at
124
value.
overall. Got him 124 overall in the 4th round, dude. And I wrote up scouting reports on these guys too. Like Anthony McFarland, I have him down as he's obviously he's a quick back, right? Like he hits his speed quick. He's got great accelerations, great acceleration. I think he hits holes like super recklessly too. Like he will just fucking get through it. But that can also be a negative because sometimes he lacks patience. He doesn't let the play develop. He doesn't wait for his blocks. And I think he's kind of slow to any of his cutback lanes as well. But that being said, I think he's going to be great value because he's going to take on that Jalen Samuel role, I think, if we still have Randy.
Yeah, because Jalen Samuels has been shown to be a little bit injury prone. And of course, we all know, James Conner. You know what I mean? He's in his young career has already shown some significant wear and tear. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that's actually why Pittsburgh got the last 2 years the running backs they did. I think Benny Snell is very comparable to James Conner. I think Anthony McFarland is going to be better than Jalen Samuels.
Yeah, I can agree, man. I've seen his tape, man. He has a nose. He also has a nose for the short yardage. Like if he needs to get 2 yards, he's getting it. Like you said, he'll hit that whole like a wrecking ball type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Hopefully, so you think if you were to handcuff somebody, because James Conner's obviously the starter. They even came out and said it. You know what I mean? You think should we be looking at your boy, you know what I'm saying, as the handcuff, you know what I mean? Because I feel like James Conner has a lot of upside, but I would definitely want to handcuff him, and it's about diagnosing who that next guy would be up. You know what I mean? Especially if Jalen Samuels, who also wasn't. I think he later. His draft capital is later than the 4th round, right?
Yeah, I think we got him late, like at least 4th round.
Yeah, so the commitment is either later or the same. You know what I mean? So it's like it's all gonna boil down to this rookie maybe outplaying him in camp or whatnot, and I think he could be supplanted as the number 2 eventually. On the depth chart. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I gotta keep my eyes on him because I wouldn't mind having some James Conner. James Conner's legit, but if and when he gets hurt. You know what I mean? And the Steelers are still kind of old school in that sense where it's defense and run the ball in a pass-happy league. Granted, it might even be more like that with the Steelers if Big Ben can't be chucking that rock like the Big Ben we're used to. You know what
exactly.
I mean? Yeah, so they're going to emphasize that run. You feel me?
Big time. And I think, the thing that makes Anthony McFarland so interesting and why I think he's going to be such an immediate impact is simply because we have that injury pass with James Conner, but on top of that, he's going to take that Jalen Samuel role because he's a scat back. He's a quick back like Jalen Samuel. And the thing is Randy Finkner, we saw last year, loves sets with Jalen Samuel, run a wildcat. Jalen Samuel getting a pitch out of the shotgun. For some unknown reason, we run that fucking play. But that's a play in our play. Like those are plays that, Jalen Samuel actually didn't have that bad of a season last year. I mean, shit, he had he had an 180-yard or 200. It was 200 all-purpose yard game last year.
Yeah, I think was it against the Colts, if I remember correctly. And he had he was getting 12 targets a game type of shit during that time before he got hurt. He was eating, bro. He was a PPR machine even.
Exactly, dude.
And they were giving him some goal line touches too, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. And that's why I think Anthony McFarland is going to be an instant guy because, I mean, Chase Claypool will definitely be on the field. There's no doubt about it. We took him in the 2nd round. He'll be out there, but my biggest concern is the offense that we run now, especially I don't think Big Ben, I think he's going to have a good year. Do I think he's going to have as many pass attempts as he usually does? No. Hell no. And I think having a guy like Anthony McFarland adds a whole different aspect to I think Jalen Samuel is going to be out the door quicker than most people realize, personally. And Anthony McFarland's just going to fully take that role.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know what, dog? Let me write this down. Hold on. Let me write this down. You know what I'm saying? I guess, I like, this is what I do on the show. I like take little notes. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying? When I bring in, a finalysis, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you are a fan of the Steelers, but you are an analyst first. You know what I'm saying? Because, our fandom, I like to believe it goes second when we give this analysis, and it should, because we could easily be like, oh, they're all good. I'm a Steelers fan. They're all top notch. They're all gems. You know what I mean? But we got to call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? And I do agree with you, man. Like, maybe we'll have this, maybe if they pick up one of these free agent quarterbacks, like a floating around Cam Newton or something, we'll definitely pick this conversation back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Okay. So I want you to do me a favor right here, Blake. You know what I'm saying? Because what we're gonna do right here, we're gonna take our first little intermission, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm going to just play a little bit of tunes. I'm gonna go take a piss. You know what I'm saying? You could do the same if you want. You know what I'm saying? And I do want you to go ahead and pull up the Steelers schedule, the 2020 schedule. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
and when we reconvene, we're gonna take a deep dive look and try to give our best, our best view on what the 2020 Steelers could look like as far as record wise and their schedule and shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to play some of this Bogard. Some of it's coming off my new album, Playmakers. You know what I'm saying? It's called it's called Art Imitating Life. You know what I'm saying? It's a solo album that I'm dropping this summer. And it's also, you guys have probably also heard this every time you listen to the Fantasy Playmakers, because it is the intro song. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get this dial set.
Hit 'em with the run pass option. I run shit or I shred from the pocket. I'm always shopping, I'm always copping, I always pray I'm falling like these are autumn. Hey, what could I say? I make plays every day. Catch me with a thick one, make her pay what she like. And then some. Welcome to my kingdom. Really in the field, never got my feet up. Go hard, push a hard line. Yeah, been around, peep the archives, yeah. Off top, it's a long grind. You don't need a watch to see that it's hard time, yeah. I'm counting chips, finna take the chip. You counterfeits, better pay attention. I'm about to check, catch me in my bag. Sunday to Sunday, living that. We make plays every day, yeah. 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 We make plays every day, yeah.
And we're back. Probably should have played a song a clip longer than a minute, huh? Yeah, okay. So let's go ahead. Let's take it to. Were you able to pull up the schedule?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Nice. Thank you, BWB. All right, let's go. Let's take it to week 1. Where are the black and yellow going? And Tito's give me money.
So, what the fuck, dude? This schedule's super confusing.
And Playmakers, I do want to preference that all 32 schedules are all TBD in this sense too, because we are living in the goddamn apocalypse, the goddamn corona climate confinement. And the world is just starting to get freed up. You know what I mean? I wonder how it's looking in Pittsburgh right now. Because I know that a lot of those, a lot of up north in the East Coast, a lot of them things is still shut down. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Who do you guys got week 1?
It looks. Are we playing 5 preseason games?
I think it's because it might be because you guys are you guys playing the American game? I mean the Hall of Fame game?
Oh, probably against the Cowboys. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So week 1 we play. Looks like the Giants.
The Giants. Yep. Where is this at? Are you going to MetLife? Is this in Ketchup Field, as I like to call it, Heinz Field?
It's at MetLife.
Okay, so you're on the road week 1. Okay. Historically, you know what? I will give Big Ben respect, because remember historically his home and road splits were very significant, and then before he got hurt, before the 2019 season. 2017 and 2018, he was like, hold my IPA. You know what I mean? He was like, I'll show you guys home and road splits. And he started like, his numbers started looking more similar. They started to mirror each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, dude. He's grown a lot, especially like when he was first starting with Pittsburgh, I was kind of like, yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, Miami of Ohio, that's such a random school to grab a quarterback from.
And I think he barely started playing football like late in life, right? I want to say like, did he even play? I mean, yeah, he played high school football, but I think that was even like later in high school.
He was a wideout for his first 2 years of high school.
See, exactly. As far as the quarterback position, yeah. So he was definitely a late bloomer. And you know what, too? I will give him respect for this, man. You know what I'm saying? He actually showed and proved. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
When he showed up to the league, I mean, he was kind of more of a game manager in that sense to begin with. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? But he did lead a squad all the way. You know what I'm saying? Of course, on the back of the bus, and also shout out to Heinz Ward. You know what I mean? Like he
had a squad around him.
Oh, yeah.
A fucking squad around him.
Yeah, he sure did. Oh yeah. So week 1, you know what I mean? You got the Giants. I mean, it's kind of hard to pinpoint what the Giants are gonna look like, because you know what I'm saying. I don't know how a Judge coach, the head coach, Judge, something Judge. I forget his first name, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He is from the Bill Belichick coaching family tree. So I think there might be some more seriousness coming over there. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're really, you know what I mean, as far as like how they're going to be on defense and shit. But then also, one thing we do know about is we know Jason Garrett. You know what I mean? And we know what he likes to do. He likes to run the ball and clap his hands on the sideline. You know what I mean? And like, I think that defense is going to give, a young QB some problems, man. I kind of give that, and mind you, I'm on the side of things that Big Ben should be okay. You know what I mean? Hopefully he's treating this offseason correctly, and, he's rehabbing and conditioning well. You know what I mean? Coming off that Tommy John surgery, because that shit is for real major. You know what I mean? I think I said this on your show to Drew, because Drew, he's a Tennessee Titans fan, and I remember I said, "Yo, do you remember Jake Locker? He's one of the quarterbacks that I could think of that came off a Tommy John injury or surgery, whatnot, and like he wasn't the same." You know what I mean? So either way, I mean, I'm on paper, I'm gonna give that to the Steelers on the road, starting off 1-0.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest question mark against like the Giants for me is going to be does our defense show up? Because last year our defense was phenomenal after week 5.
Yeah, whenever you guys traded for
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yep, and you guys were able to and then you guys played him at safety where he really shines, because when he was with the Dolphins, they're trying to put him in the nickel. They're trying to, you know what I mean? Like, even though, because he has that in his repertoire, but he shines at what is it, free safety?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Or is it free safety or strong safety? I don't want to be incorrect.
Let's see. I want to say we had him at free safety.
Yeah, I was gonna say in my memory, you guys, because you guys moved them around everywhere. Sometimes you drop them in coverage. Sometimes you would have them even go after the quarterback. Even sometimes, you know what I mean. He was in or around the line. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think he was a free safety.
We had him at. I just had to look it up. I couldn't remember because we moved him around quite a bit. Yeah, we had him at free safety.
Okay, cool. I just want to be accurate for the playmakers. You know what I mean? I like to believe I know what I'm talking about while I sit here and drink this Tito's. Tito's, give me money.
Yeah, that's my only question mark, because when our defense doesn't show up, it hurts us. Especially like last year, we didn't put up 30 points in a single game.
Yeah, a lot of your games were one lower scoring and like and predicated off the run game. And I also want to preface this is that the defense really stepped up when there was no more Big Ben, because it was like they had to pick up all the slack. You know what I mean? I mean, like Mason Rudolph, or even God bless his soul, the Duck Hodges, like. They put them in some bad situations. You know what I mean? Giving up some turnovers that gave up short fields, where the defense really had to step up, and like your defense at times would even like get a short field on that ass, and then hold them to a field goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like our defense,
beastie.
Once our defense showed up, dude, like our defense is full blown elite, I think.
Yeah, and even Joe Hayden, man, like with his old ass, he really showed up last year. You know what I'm saying? I even liked Burns. What's your man? His last name was Burns.
Artie Burns?
Artie Burns, man. Like, Artie Burns and the combination of Burns and Fitzpatrick and goddamn Joe Hayden, man, you guys held it down, bro.
Dude, Artie Burns. I'm actually happy Artie Burns is gone. I think Artie Burns sucks.
But I was just about to say that he tapered off really badly.
Oh yeah,
he tapered off really badly.
He ended up just being a fucking special teams guy for us. He couldn't even do that shit correctly.
Yeah. Okay.
I got the Steelers winning week 1. I think our defense will show up, be ready, and hopefully Big Ben's all good to go. If not, I think the Giants will struggle stopping a run anyway.
I will hit me with the next game, BWB.
So next we got the Broncos at home.
Ooh. Hey, you know what, dog? I am a Vic Fangio truther because I've seen what he's done everywhere he's been. And, he spent a long time with my Niners. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might think the upset on the road, the win on the road for the Broncos might be in the cards here.
The thing that worries me the most is really the fact that the Broncos are going to have, and this is just simply basing this all off of the fact that he was an insane college athlete. The fact that Drew Lock, a quarterback that came around last year and balled the fuck out, I think, like, Drew Lock honestly astounded me. I did not think he was going to be that great.
I'm a Drew Lock truther, so I wasn't surprised. You know what I mean? I wasn't surprised. Matter of fact, he's on my radar especially in super flex leagues or two QB leagues. I love him late. I'm loving him because they gave him some. He has all kind of weapons now too, and you know what I'm saying. The Broncos defense. I feel like they would have been better last year, but at the same time, you had Vic Fangio in his first year as a head coach, which is fucking surprising, bro, because he's phenomenal. I'm surprised he didn't get offers, or maybe he got offers, but I'm surprised he didn't get the job before this, with any team. You know what I mean? And now he got his chance. You know what I'm saying? And you got Jerry Jeudy there, you got Cortland Sutton. You got Noah Fant, and you got Dewable, or whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? The tight end who actually played with Drew Lock. And then you got my man Melvin Gordon, bro. Like, and then more importantly, Pat Shurmur's there. Pat Shurmur, you know what I'm saying? He has that zone run blocking in his repertoire. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna see a lot of running the ball on the ground, a lot of passes out the backfield to the running backs, and with the emphasizing of the run, you're gonna see a lot of play action being ripped off to one Cortland Sutton or one Noah Fant or even one Jerry Jeudy, and they run a lot of 12 personnel. You know what I mean? This is gonna be that first challenge for your defense because there's not too much film on Drew Lock too. You know what I mean? So if Drew Lock can get it together, man, he might surprise some people. You know what I mean? And I actually have, so on this point in the season, I have you guys going 1-1.
I don't know. I would like to think that my squad can beat the Broncos, but at the same time, given the last, couple seasons, we've been starting off slow. I mean, hell, what was it, last year or the year before, when we tied the Browns in the first week, I was like, Jesus Christ.
Well, it was you would swear, I mean, your man Noah would probably say, well, God was trying to flood that shit because, bro, it was raining as fuck that game. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but tying against a Tyrod Taylor-led Browns, that was kind of like a head scratcher. And I remember that. That was the opener in 2018.
Yeah, I was real upset after that game. I remember in college at the time, and I told my roommates, they were all giving me shit, of course. They were like, dude, your squad just tied the Browns. And I was like, yeah, dude, season's already over. Might as well pack it in, call it a day. 'Cause we're tying the Browns, we ain't winning shit. But then we won like 7 games in a row or something.
And there was a lot of crazy hype on the Browns, like the Browns tend to do these days. You know, and especially that year because they had Hard Knocks. Remember that?
Yeah.
Where it was like, and it was like, yeah, all that hype, and you tied the Steelers. But you know how happy as fuck Browns Nation was?
Oh, so happy, dude.
Because it was like, yo, we tied with the Steelers.
Which is so sad, but it's so true,
But
too.
yeah, because it was like, come on, it's the Browns. I mean, I'm not trying to knock the Browns. I am a Browns truther this year with Kevin Stefanski, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I don't know. I got my squad pulling it out in a close
Okay,
one.
so you got them 2-0. Let's go ahead and keep I'm keeping a mental note. So you got them 2-0. I got them 1-1 here. Let's go ahead. Take us to week 3, BWB.
Something tells me that we're both going to agree on this one.
Okay.
Steelers are hosting the Houston Texans in week 3.
Ooh. Yeah, okay, let me take a shot at it because you know what I'm saying? I think I got you guys 1 and 2 right here, man. Do we disagree or do you have them beating up on the Texans?
No,
Okay.
I do not. I just think.
I mean, the Texans defense has question marks up and down. And shout out to Miles Peacock. Fellow Rome boy. You know what I'm saying? He's a Texans fan, and he actually pointed out the fact that, they addressed a lot of things and a lot of holes in free agency, and this is probably one of the better draft classes that Bill O'Brien has executed, especially after giving up a lot of assets, not only to give up Nuke Skywalker, but to bring in David Johnson. It's like they had their very first pick in the second round, and you know what I mean? And yeah. But I mean, you know what, doggy? This one is kind of a toss-up, but I'm still under the impression that we're going to see a lesser version of Big Ben. You know what I mean? I mean, let's hope. Let's be honest, bro. On your show, we did say we were advocates of, steroids coming back to baseball, right? And, let's just hope Big Ben is just juiced to the gills right now. You know what I'm saying? And that he'll come back bigger and badder than ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, for me, it's a lot of stuff is going to be tough for me to sit here and try to back up with our offense because I truly do not know what kind of Steelers offense we're going to see. It fluctuates so much. I mean, we went from, the killer bees, the all that hype and all that shit, where we were fucking unstoppable to, a couple years later, we can't put up 30 points. We don't have a quarterback that can throw the ball 30 yards, and we have no running game.
Yeah. Damn, it's crazy, bro. Okay, well, we don't really need to elaborate on that one too much. Go ahead and, so, So right now you're 2-1. I got you guys 1-2. Let's go ahead and hit me with week 4, BWB.
Week 4, Pittsburgh is on the road playing the Tennessee Titans.
Woo! Somewhere Drew right now. Should we patch in Drew? Okay, no, but go on. What you got for me? What you got for me?
I got us dropping it.
I hate to say it, bro. It's gonna be a rough start for the Steelers, man. The first quarter of the year, I got you guys 1-3 right here. I mean, listen, that defense. I think right out the gate, that defense is gonna have to really pick up where they left off from, man.
Yeah,
You know
which
what I mean?
is scary because, like I said, the last 2 seasons, Pittsburgh starts off real slow.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this much too, and starting off slow like you guys did last year, aside from like the Patriots game, you know what I mean, the Seahawks game, you know what I mean? Other than that, you guys were in these games. I mean, you guys actually were winning that Seahawks game until Big Ben got hurt. And then Mason Rudolph, he kind of flashed, but then Russell Wilson started doing dangerous things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then, so I'm just saying that because, you guys started off the year last year against 2 Super Bowl contenders. You know what I mean? And then, and this year, I mean, on paper, you guys should smash these teams. Maybe not the Texans, but damn, bro, it's kind of tough to call it, man. I definitely got you guys 1-3 right here.
Yeah, I got us 2-2 right now.
Okay, so 2-2. Okay. So now as we enter the second quarter of the year, you got them sitting at 500. I got you guys, under 500. Hit me with week 5.
Week 5, the Battle of Pennsylvania, as we call it.
This one's exciting, bro.
Eagles on the road in Pittsburgh.
Woo! Hey, them Eagles fans are gonna travel well on this one.
Oh yeah, dude.
But you know what though? The Steelers fans might buy all the tickets, might not even allow these motherfuckers in there. No, seriously. Yeah. The terrible towels are gonna not have it. You know what I mean?
We travel well as a fan base. Love it. Travel well. We pack our fucking home games.
I think I might surprise you on this one. I'll take a shot at this one first, bro. I got the Eagles losing this one.
So do I.
You know what I'm saying? Because not only are they're going to Heinz Field. You know what I'm saying? It's a historic battle that only happens every so often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like Carson Wentz and company, they played crummy all year. You know what I mean? Like fortunately they were in a division that, played crummy all across the board, so they were able to take it at 9-7. All the way down to week 16, you know what I'm saying? So I'm giving it and with that stated, you know what I mean? I'm pretty, you agree with me. Let's go on to week 6.
Week 6, I got week 6 is the Browns in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Man, this one's tough, bro. Because division rivals always play each other tough. And now you guys, this is the first time you're playing the Kevin Stefanski-led Browns. We all seen what Kevin Stefanski did with the Minnesota, the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I'm saying? And that zone run scheme's heavy. He's bringing that over there. He's bringing that over there all the way to the Cleveland. You know what I mean? We're gonna see a ton of Nick Chubb, and here's the thing too is like Nick Chubb, he was getting off nasty behind a bad line last year. They addressed it. They drafted Wills. They in free agency they brought over Jack Conklin. I think Conklin. They're gonna be. I feel they're gonna be able to establish the run. Actually, stopping the run was one of your guys' greatest strengths on defense. You know what I mean? But I mean, this is gonna be a doozy, bro. I see a lower scoring game. I see a run heavy game plan for both teams. But I think the tiebreak. I was gonna say it's coin flip, but I gotta give this one to the Steelers because they're at home on this one. So now I got you guys sitting at 500 right here.
So I agree, and part of the reason that I think Pittsburgh takes this game is the same reason that I think Pittsburgh takes the game against the Philadelphia Eagles, and something that I talk about on my show all the time. The thing that sets great teams from good teams and great athletes from good athletes is consistency. I'm not sitting here saying the Steelers are consistent now by any means, but I think both of those teams are far more inconsistent than Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah. And you know what, too, is like, it's unfortunate for everyone who's young on the Cleveland Browns because it seems to be every year there's a new system they all have to learn. New coaching staff, new management, everything's new. And what you guys have in Pittsburgh is continuity. And like, whether it's coaching or management, you know, it's continuity, bro. And you know, before we go on to the next game, I will preface this by saying that's exactly why you guys almost squeaked. You guys would have been in the playoffs last year if they had that 7th seed like they do this year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the continuity, you know what I'm saying, across the board. Like, you know, Coach T, he knows what to do, bro. You already know. I'm preaching to the choir right now.
I love him.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to week 7. And I got you guys at 500 right here. So hold on, before you go to this next game, you know when you're sitting at if the bogey prediction is true, and you guys are sitting at 500, you know what that does to that team right there? You know what those speeches sound like in the huddle? What those pregame speeches or the locker room speeches, what they sound like? They're like, we're at 500 right now. We're only on the way up. You know what I mean? Like, and then so now, who do we feel sorry for that they're playing on this week 7?
Week 7, Pittsburgh travels to Baltimore.
Oh, I retract my last statement. Oh, so this is so this is the if my record is going, because right there now you got them one above 500, right? You at this point, right?
I have them 4-2 through the first 6.
Okay, so you got them. Yeah, so you got them 2 above 500. So is it safe to say you won't mind this L right here because you're still above 500? Because I got you guys taking that L right here.
Oh, I got us taking an L too, and I think the Ravens, dude, the Ravens were absurd last year, honestly, and to make matters worse, I think the Ravens had an incredible draft.
Again, it's almost, bro. Ozzie Newsome, he just continues, bro. And even though he's not even around, that's why I say he continues. It's like, and he's not even dead yet to say the spirit of Ozzie Newsome continues. It's almost like he's just, the people he left in place, he was comfortable retiring because, bro, they just continue to. And shout out to Eric, man, because, man, if they didn't get J Love, they could have got Queen right there. And I have that right? They got Queen, right? The Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, because by this time I've already had like 6 shots. You know what I'm saying? I'm only on my second beer though, believe it or not. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You know what I mean? I basically use the beer as a chase. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, bro. I mean, shit, man. You ain't lying. You ain't lying about them. They just continue to kill it in the draft every time.
It's insane, dude. And like that's the other thing that pisses me off too when I look at the teams that we play, like the Ravens. Like I confidently can always say in my mind that we're going to beat the Browns at least once, and we should sweep the fucking Bengals every year, I think, because they ain't been good since they had fucking TJ Husmanzada, I think.
Husmanzada. Oh, that's a fun name to remember, dog.
They were fucking good then, too. But, like, the Ravens are just one of those teams where like, they're always right on the cusp, and I think they are going to be real tough to beat for years now.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, it's no coincidence Greg Roman is there. You know what I'm saying? Because, he spent a lot of time with John Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? And now being there, with Jim Harbaugh. Now he's over there with with John Harbaugh. You know what I'm saying? And, like, why I was big on Lamar Jackson last season and why I was big on Mark Andrews? Because I remember what Greg Roman did with my Niners when he had Kaepernick. And he had, the likes of like Vernon Davis and Delaney Walker and shit like that, where it's like, bro, Greg Roman offenses, they get off nasty, dog. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because there's too many things you have to watch for. And like, I mean, we can both agree, Kaepernick ain't shit when you compare him to Lamar Jackson, even though they are the same, like, type of QB.
Same archetype for sure.
Yes, but god damn, Lamar Jackson is fucking phenomenal. And like, I tend to believe that the system they run over there, I mean, everyone's familiar with it. So it's not like you're like, okay, we know what they're gonna do, we can stop it. No, dog, the athleticism, you know what I'm saying, and the type of accuracy as a passer on the run, even that Lamar Jackson is, it's like it's uncanny, bro.
I fully believe that the Ravens offense, there is not another team in the NFL that could run that offense.
No. I mean, look at Greg Roman. The last time Greg Roman was an offensive coordinator, he was with the Buffalo Bills. And he had Tyrod Taylor, who's like an extremely poor man's version of Kaepernick. You know what I mean? Or like the homeless man's version of Lamar Jackson. And that year they even got to the playoffs. So I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is, you know, I think this is going to be a mainstay in that division for a while. I hate to say it. I mean, but granted, you know, with that style of play, Lamar Jackson is one hit away from just being shelved. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as long as that's the biggest thing, right? And I talk about,
but also their line is fucking mashing. Yeah, dude. So it might be around for a while.
Yeah, they're tough, dude. They're gonna be tough for years.
And then you know, I like to believe J.K. Dobbins is like a rich man's version of Mark Ingram. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, yeah, they're gonna continue to be able to do what they do, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I got them falling to 3 and 4 right here. You got them falling to what is that? 4 and 3. Yeah, so we're polar opposites right here in that sense as far as the flip flop on records. Take me to week 8, BWB.
So Pittsburgh goes on the road to Jerry World in Dallas.
Ooh, this is always one of those unnatural rivalries, but historically these games are slobber knockers, bro.
Oh yeah, huge, dude.
Ooh. And you know what? If I was a Steelers fan, I'd be upset. I'd be like, why the fuck is y'all song fucking Wiz Khalifa's shit? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's like both y'all anthems is goddamn Wiz Khalifa. Okay, yeah. So what you got for me on this one?
I got Pittsburgh taking it on the road.
I was gonna say me too. I got them returning to 500 right here because, bro, there's a lot of question marks with Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a brand new coaching staff. I mean, Dak. I mean, hopefully they can get Dak taken care of before you give him a chance to hold out, because you're gonna need to get acclimated with this new staff. Even though it's still gonna be Kellen Moore on offense, it's just all kind of shit, man. And it's like, you know, too much politics. And I think that defense, they got stifled. You know, granted, it's going to be the same type of offense returning, same playbook, right? Yeah, there might be, might be Mike McCarthy's thumbprint on it, but it's going to be a pass-heavy offense. You know what I'm saying? That line, that Dallas line that we're all used to, and even including the Steelers line, that Steelers and that Dallas and that Cowboys line, I think we're gonna see a little bit of regression coming from those lines. So,
agreed.
But with that said, on the Dallas side, you know what I mean? I think your guys' front is gonna destroy that line. So I'm giving this one to the Steelers, and they're sitting upon the throne of 500 at this point in the halfway mark of the season.
Next week.
So you got them. Just a preference. So you got them at 5 and 3 right here. Okay, and I got them at 4 and 4. Okay, hit me with the next game, BW.
Next game is in Pittsburgh, hosting the Bengals.
Okay, we're gonna make this one quick. Dub.
Yeah, dub for sure.
Boom. So now here's where the locker room goes crazy, because now they're above 500, and now and you guys got them. You know what? So now they're 6 and 3. You said, right?
Yeah.
6 and 3. I got them at 5 and 4. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's get on to the week 10.
All right, so Pittsburgh travels to Jacksonville.
Is it sad that we don't give Cincy a chance at all? We're just like, fuck them.
Fuck them. Until they prove some shit, fuck
I know, right? As far as, yeah, exactly. We do reserve the right to change our opinion on the Bengals, you know what I'm saying? Also, Playmakers, go ahead, make sure you subscribe to the Run Boys Fantasy Network and check out our new series, Fantasy Football Friendly or Not. You know what I'm saying? Episode 1 and 2 is out already. And episode 1, my man Admiral Robbie is breaking down the Bengals. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so let's go to week 9.
All right, so yeah, Pittsburgh travels to Jacksonville.
Man, if it's still Big Ben, he is fucking angry. He's fucking angry here. Because
Should be.
Remember a couple years ago when they bested y'all twice? Remember there was a Big Ben, not only in the playoffs, we won't mention that one, but there was the goddamn, especially in that game. That game was a doozy, bro. Remember that?
Intense.
It was intense, bro. I remember I won a ton of money in that game because I like to play under overs like per half. Bro, I killed that game. You know what I'm saying? And because I played under overs per half on that game because, you know, I was torn to who to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyways, in this case, it's my man Minshew the Ginsu. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to call him. Razor sharp swag. You know what I'm saying? You know what the Bogard theory is? The bogey theory is that Minshew doesn't even cut his mustache. It's his razor sharp swag. It just it does it for him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Minshew truther. I love the kid.
I love him, dude.
He was like 5th in the Heisman coming out of college. Like, bro, he's good, man. You know what I mean?
And all the crazy stories of him like lifting in jock straps and shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And he's there's a line out the door of bad bitches. He's fucking them all, bro. You know what I mean? And he's a sex symbol, even. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I have you guys winning this one. It's in Jacksonville, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think even though Jacksonville, they're really great at covering holes and filling holes on their defense. You know what I'm saying? And but I just feel like the politics of everything. There's too much nonsense going on there, and that defense is too great for a sophomore QB like my man the Ginsu with his razor sharp swag.
I agree, and on a couple levels I agree. Especially I think he's going to struggle against our defense. He proved to struggle against solid defenses last year. I think at times he cracks under pressure a little bit. I think he needs to work on that, and I think our defense is going to be able to bring pressure. And on top of that, Jacksonville falls into kind of as you would say, the same rabbit hole as Pittsburgh does. I think one of the things that hurt the Steelers for a few seasons was all of the outside bullshit and all of the outside the locker room, outside, off the field issues with drama and bullshit. And I think it's going to come to a boiling point in Jacksonville with just certain things going on and certain players coming out. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey's gone, but there's even other guys on the team that have said
they got Henderson. And Henderson's phenomenal, but yeah, there is no more secondary option because AJ Boye's gone. Barry Church at safety, he's getting elderly. Is he even still there? Either way, and then you got man, what's my African homie, man? He wanted to be traded or paid. He was talking shit. Damn, I forget his name. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Damn, I could barely pronounce his name if I can remember it. Ngakwe.
Ngakwe,
yeah.
You
know what I'm saying? Like, he's a little disgruntled, you know what I mean? Like, there's too much politics, but I will say, though, I mean, even going down to their run game, there's a lot of politics going on behind the scenes with Leonard Foreskin, you know what I'm saying? And and you know what I'm saying? But I will say, though, they have a lot of top tier, not top tier, a lot of high draft capital on their line, with Robinson and I forget the other. You know what? Oh, I'm bad with names right now, but their line was all banged up last year with injuries. So if they can come back, that's their best chance for a young QB. If they could all come back healthy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just really don't see it, especially by this point in the year. They might be one of those teams that are really trying to tank for like someone like Trevor Lawrence. You know what I mean? If they're already losing, well off, over half of the year by this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So by this point, I got you guys at 6-4. You got them at 7-3, which is really hype in that locker room. You know what I mean? That's really
Well, it'll fall off a little bit because the next week we play the Ravens.
Okay, so we won't need to elaborate. Even though it's in Heinz Field, in Ketchup Field, as I like to call it, you know what I'm saying? And pun intended, Steelers are going to be playing catch-up with these Ravens organization for years to come, like you had mentioned prior to this. So we're going to go ahead and give them the 6-5 and bring them to 7-4. Let's go to the next week.
Next week we host the Redskins.
Sorry, Robbie, we're not going to elaborate on this one too much.
Yeah.
So now they're at 7-5, and then you got them 8-4. Oh, that's still contender shit. That's 7 seed type of. Mind you, it's so much fun with this 7 seed, right? Like it's gonna be wild, bro. Everybody's in it, bro. Like at this point of the year, like there's gonna be so many teams that are still in it. And the teams that are way below 500, those are the teams that are going to be like, all right, we're just losing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Like, we're just going to lose and get high draft capital, you know what I'm saying? Or high draft picks, you know what I'm saying? But okay, so now, let's go to that next week. Where are we at now? We're at 7. So I got you guys at 7-5. So we 12. Okay, let's go to week 13. Or did we already smoke past the bye week?
So the schedule I have pulled up doesn't even have a bye week.
Okay,
in
no,
here.
it's all good. That doesn't even matter because it is still TBD anyway. So in that sense, so okay, let's go to week 13.
Week 3, dude. We travel to Buffalo.
Man, bro, I gotta go to my man Josh Allen, the Stallion, the white Cam Newton himself. I mean. In the goddamn must-win situation for both teams last year, granted it was the Duck, right? But last year, bro, and this game got flexed to primetime. Remember that?
Yep.
Even though you're in East Coast, where it's like it would still be like a night game for you guys type of shit, bro. My man, the Stallion, bro, he got to see primetime. He earned it because I'm a Josh Allen truther, bro, and Josh Allen is. A member of the Pick 6 Club. He is also what I like to call a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he is a guy who got stuck in a revolving door, trying to go to the combine. Did you remember that story? Like he's a fucking idiot, but he's a running fool. All right, have you ever seen Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a running fool. You know what I'm saying? That boy is a running fool. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Allen, the Stallion. I love his growth as a player, bro. Like, he took a nice little step forward in year 2. Year 3's coming around. They gave him Stephon Diggs, somebody who could stretch the field. You know what I'm saying? I call him the white Cam Newton for a reason because he got a big arm, which is also wildly inaccurate, and he loves to call his own number, in short yardage situations and in the red zone. I love the Stallion. You know what I'm saying? I got to give this one to my man, the Stallion and company. Also, a top 3 defense all the time. Led by McDermott, man. Shout out to Sean McDermott.
Yeah, I got the Bills taking that one. I think the Bills proved to be a big problem defensively for us last year. We had a great defense.
But granted, it was the Ducks, so I can't really, you know what I mean? I can't really.
That's true. That is true. I still think the Bills they're one of those teams that are going to continue to get better. And that being said, Josh Allen, yes, inaccurate.
Yeah.
But at this time, he's one of those guys where you watch him play and it's insane, right? Like he comes out on the field and he just looks like this big goofy dude. And he just runs out.
Dumbass.
Yeah. But then he runs out there and it's like he flips a switch, dude. Like, he will drop back, throw in the pocket. He'll fucking throw on the run. He'll call his own number. Like, he's a freak, dude. I love him. He's electric.
Yeah, bro. I'm in my one league that I actually drafted. You know what I'm saying? So far, Josh Allen's my QB1. You know what I mean? And man, I love a stallion. I've been a stallion truther, and I love being correct. You know what I mean? I love being correct, like, you know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers be like, what the fuck? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't on him his rookie year. I was on him as in, like, look out for him. But once year 2 came around, he was my late round QB where I acquired him everywhere, bro. And he delivered. You know what I'm saying? He might only average, like, 200 yards passing, but, like, his rushing yards definitely make up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, man. Okay, let's go to week 14, bro. You know what I mean?
All right, so what do you have the Steelers at right now? I got us 8-5.
I got 7-6. So we're teetering around the same.
All right. After that, we travel to Cincinnati to play the Bengals.
Okay, here's one thing I do want to say is by this point, I like to believe. First of all, let me before I say this, full disclosure. I got you guys beating them again, right? So so you guys are getting to. So I got you guys got 7-6. You guys are getting a 7-7 right here. But I will say that Joe Burrow coming out of college, I think he had like something like 140 something passer rating or QBR rating when he was under pressure. And you know, behind that Bengals line on paper, he should be under a lot of pressure. And granted, if he's healthy by this point, I think he's gonna pick up, you know, the speed of the game fast and get into this late into the season. I think it's gonna be a tough win on the road, but I still think you guys will pick it up.
No, I agree. And
This one is on the road though, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a tough one. You know what I'm saying? But I will give you guys this one.
I agree, and the thing that I got us winning too, but for some reason, I feel like whenever I watch the Steelers play the Bengals in Cincinnati, Bengals fans are always there for their team, no matter what. Not knocking Bengals fans, but it seems like Bengals fans fucking show up in the masses when Pittsburgh comes to town.
Of course.
Like it's a big game, and
the Bengals is what they would call them. The Bengals. I don't know why, but you know, it's the same way people say. They don't say Sunday; they say Sunday. You know what I mean? They call them the Bengals.
I call them the Bungles.
Yes, I like that. I like that. Shout out to Wayne's World. You ever fuck with Wayne's World?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That, you know. Okay, but yeah, go ahead.
Nah, I got us winning it, like I said, but it's one of those things. Like traveling to Cincinnati for some reason is always a nervous game for me.
It's always take the under on those games. For real.
Yeah.
Those games always go under because they kill each other. They they want to hurt each other, bro.
Yeah, those are physical games.
Yeah. For real. For some reason, even, you know, not to say that within division, with the other teams in your division aren't physical, but for some reason, dog, every time the Bengals and the Steelers get together, bro, it's some shit, bro. But shout out to Joe Burrow. I actually believe in that kid.
Oh yeah, same. I think he's gonna be.
Yeah, maybe not immediately this season, but we're gonna see flashes all over this season, man. He's gonna be fun to watch. Okay, so now I got you guys back at 500, 7-7, right? Who do we got next?
I gotta hold on. I gotta figure out where we're at here.
Okay, well, how about this? How about this? Yeah, while you figure that out, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna pull up some more tunes. I'm gonna go ahead, take another piss break, and I'm gonna go run something upstairs for my lady as well. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play some of this Smoke Clouds.
I ain't talking about beef, I'm talking about that dope. Shipping out peas, flying elbows. No wrestling, but we off the top rope. Work fresh off the boat, packs on a plane. Then we back on the road, going state to state. Shipping out peas, flying elbows. No wrestling, but we off the top rope. Work fresh off the boat, packs on a plane. Then we back on the road, going state to state. Money, pussy, good weed. All I need in life, call it blasphemous. I get stoned like Jesus Christ. As the Lord heal vows that we bow scratch. Hear the noise, me and my boys pushing loud packs. Getting high till my day ends. Shiva apes, perfect jam. Am I alive? I get high, I get high.
Hey, we get high every day. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now now it's getting intense because I'd like to believe that a 9-7 team will suffice to get into that 7 seed. So right now the drama's building. We got them. We're going into the week 15 matchup. I got them at 500, sitting at 7-7. You got them right there at 8-5. Correct? No, 9-5. 9-5. This next, if you guys can go 1-1 at least in this next 2 games, that should solidify y'all getting into the dance in that AFC. That's kind of top heavy, right? Can you agree on that? The AFC is kind of top heavy, where it's like I could if okay, let's preference this. If the Steelers can go 10-6 somehow here, right? We have 2 more games to break down. If they can go 10-6, they might not even be the 7th seed. You know what I mean? They might be one of them. You know, they might be one of them. Because I'm telling you, we might see a lot of 9-7 teams getting in it in the AFC, bro. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, man. Like Tennessee, I think I have them hovering around 9-7 and 10-6 type of shit. You know what I mean? Maybe even they go 10-6 and then Houston's one of the 9-7 teams. You know what I mean? Maybe Phillip Rivers, and because I'm talking AFC South, maybe Phillip Rivers really turns that thing around over there in Indy. You know what I mean? Then you go to the AFC East. That is all the way in the air. You know what I mean? Is Bill Belichick just the true and tried greatest coach ever, where it's like he can just get it? Because with that 7th seed, I almost feel like Bill Belichick has that as an insurance plan. Like, at least I can get in as a 7th seed, right? If they don't win the division, because everybody is pinning Buffalo to just automatically win it since Brady's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you go to the North, where everyone has the Ravens as the favorite, but at the same time, I could 100% see the Steelers coming out of that division as a wild card. You know what I mean? Especially when I got them at 7-7 right here, and you got them at 9-5. So hit me with that Week 15 matchup, BWB. Oh, and mind you, Playmakers, when I say Week 15, it's more like just the 15th game they play, because we didn't preference which week the bye week is at.
True. So it's actually funny you mentioned Phillip Rivers, because 15.
Okay.
Pittsburgh hosts Indianapolis.
Oh, that's right. You guys are playing the AFC South this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Oh, and there's one, so now, spoiler alert, there's one more AFC South team you guys play after this, right? Oh no, you guys already played the Jags and the Ravens and the Titans. Okay, I mean the Ravens. You guys already played the Titans and the Texans. By this point, then there's one more team. Oh, and the Jags. Okay, so this closes up your guys' conference division that you're playing with the Colts. Yep. Okay, lay it on me, bro. What do you got for this one? Because I'm curious to see what you got. Because while I ponder on who I'm going to take in this one.
So, I got my squad pulling out a close one, just because of the fact that I do not think. Well, this is it's tough, right? So this is me assuming that Phillip Rivers is still starting this far in.
Well, Listen, I think he's starting, bro. You know why? Phillip Rivers has never had a phenomenal line like this to protect him. Real quick, I want to say this. Who is in the past 4 seasons has had the quickest release?
It's got to be Rivers or Brady.
It's both of them, and they always compete for 1 and 2, and they hover around 2.2 seconds to 2.5 seconds upon release, because both of them played behind bad lines. So there's a lot of pressure coming up where you have to be predicated on that quick hitter pass. Bing, 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 right? 2-step drop back, 3-step drop back, bing, bing. But now we're going to see Phillip Rivers be able to 5 and 7-step drop back behind that line, because that line is literally, you know what the Indy line looks like? Everything the Steelers have been for years.
That's very, very true.
It's almost like they're the new best line in the AFC, bro. You know what I mean? So, but their defense is still trash on paper.
Trash.
Yeah, so, this one's a toss-up, man. I think I got to get you guys going 8-7 right here, man.
Yeah, I got us pulling out the dub. I mean, I just think that unless their defense...
Where's this at? We indoors?
What?
Are we indoors in Indy? Where are we at here? I forgot to ask that.
Oh, we're in Heinz Field.
Oh, 8-7 right here. 8-7 the Steelers.
Yeah, I got us taking home the dub for 10-5.
Ooh. Oh shit. Okay. Let's go to the finale.
So the last game of the year, Pittsburgh plays in Cleveland against the Browns.
Damn it, dude. And you know what, dog? You know me. Like I told you, I'm a Stefanski truther. Before that, I'm a Nick Chubb truther. Shout out to Rum Boys Combat. Shout out to Jake, because when I got him on the show, he's a Cleveland Browns fan, right? And he had pointed this out to me because he knows that I'm a Nick Chubb truther. In my one keeper league, I've had Nick Chubb since he was a rookie, and he's still on the squad, right? Because Nick Chubb is fucking phenomenal. He would have been a first round if he wasn't coming off that knee injury he was coming off of. He would have been he's a beast, right? Now you got a zone run scheme, and by this point, if Nick Chubb is still healthy, or even if he goes down, it's going to be Kareem Hunt, right? And I mean, if they're clicking, if they're making noise like all the hype, the Browns hype train usually tends to be, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning of the year, and it usually dies out by this point of the year. But if they're relevant, say if they're hovering around a 500 season at this point, or even hovering around, say they're 6-7. I mean, they're 8-7 at this point. You know what I mean? And like I have you guys, this could be fighting for that 7th seed right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's in Cleveland. I have you guys at 8-7 right here. I don't know if I want to do it to you, but I kind of got you. I kind of might gotta do it to you, dog. Granted, like if everything is intact, because now when we do these predictions, playmakers, we're doing these predictions assuming that like the team is intact, because we're not factoring in wear and tear and injuries and shit like that. We're just doing this on paper. We're having fun with it. I got you guys going 500 right here. I got you guys finishing 500, and perhaps missing the dance again.
I actually also have us losing this game.
But still though, 10-6 still get you. Man, we said that, right? I said that earlier. At these last 2 games, if you guys can go 1-1, that's probably more than enough to get in as a 7th seed. So we'll go with your version though. So now here's my next question. You can see yourself getting back into this postseason.
Yep.
At 10-6, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I like your version, man.
I could. My biggest thing though, like, and part of the reason I had Pittsburgh losing the last game is we always fuck up at least one game against the Browns, it seems like. Like the last couple seasons, like we tied them once.
And it would be easy to fuck them up early because that's when they're still all getting acclimated to this new system. And by this point, week 16 or the 16th matchup for the 16th game for these teams, you know what I'm saying? They should be, you would assume that the Browns would be in full force in this system.
Yeah.
Man, I love that you're a realist, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I love that you didn't just blitz it all the way. Like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? 16-0, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? But 10-6 does not sound far-fetched. And if I ask you, I can assume, if, 9-7, 8-8. Okay, how about this? Can I give you guys a 9-7 floor? Is that, you know what I mean? Because there is some of those games where like I was kind of torn on, where it could have went either way. So, I do have you guys ended up 8-8, but a 9-7 season is, it could be a solid floor for you guys, and that could be still enough to get in.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's so many things, and that's part of the ups and downs of being a.
How about this, bro? I give my Niners a 9-7 floor. To be honest with you, I know this show isn't about the Niners, but that's where that's the floor I have them at.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Because I'm not gonna jinx my team and say they're not gonna have Super Bowl hangover. I mean, granted, that segment we did on your show, Playmakers, check it out. Blitzed with Blake, all streaming platforms. Check that shit out. You know what I'm saying? But we did have this segment where there was three of us where it would be 2-on-1 just shitting on the opposing analyst team. So in this case, when it was 2-on-1 with my Niners, you know what I mean? I did say, you know what I mean? That there is a possibility of a Super Bowl hangover, but I feel like that loss is gonna fuel us. But still, though, I'm such a realist, bro. I'm such a realist. Like, I mean, there's still some holes in our secondary that could be had, and I mean, I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's just one of those things, man. When you have high expectations, it's the worst thing to play up to. And now the world has, and all the Niner fans out there have high expectations. We did great last year, and I always had the most minimal to lower expectations because I'm such a realist. So that's why I give us a floor of 9-7. I mean, one day I could break that down further, but I'm just in a nutshell. That's our floor. And I do think our ceiling is 12-4, to be honest. You know what I mean? But because of the schedule, we're playing the NFC and the AFC East. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I could elaborate, but I don't want to jinx anything. But come on, we're playing the NFC East and the AFC East. I mean,
I call the on my show I call the NFC East the dump hole of the NFL.
I mean, listen, don't sleep on the NFC East though. The thing that they got right, like only Doug Peterson is the familiar coach. All of the three teams have new coaches, so like change of cultures should be happening, or as you assume happening. And then with that said, it's hard to judge film and on the past the prior regime and how they, you know what I mean, because so that's what those teams have going for them. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, 100%. There's going to be a lot of different looks, I think, in the NFC East. It's just a matter of...
Hopefully it's not the first year that it all clicks. Ha ha ha! I mean, you can come through like a fucking juggernaut, just smashing. You know what I'm saying?
It's something that I talk about a lot on my show, and I brought it up once today here, too. It's consistency, and I think that's the biggest issue in the NFC East is a lack of consistency.
Yeah. But except for Doug Peterson though, he's shown and proved to be consistent. So same way like your Steelers or the Ravens in your division, those are the two teams that have shown consistency. You know what I'm saying? As far as like the other two teams being consistent at just being on some fuck shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they are consistent. Let's not lie. They're just consistent at being bad. You know what I mean?
Can I just say, I mean, I want to bring this up just because I got to laugh about it one more time. What are the Bengals thinking paying Trey Waynes $42 million?
I don't know, man.
Like, what is... Why?
It's one hell of an agent.
Dude, He is not good.
He's not. And you know what, too, is like, he got a lot of chances to prove if he's good, because when you're when you're opposite of Xavier Rhodes, when you're opposite someone like Xavier Rhodes, you're gonna get more targets thrown your way.
Oh yeah.
So it's like he had a lot of chance. So our analysis on one Trey Lanes isn't far fetched. You know what I mean? He kind of looks shitty a lot.
He's a guy that, and I
He was
brought it up.
promising early on, showed the potential, but then, that gets taken away quick. Potential. You know what I say these days when I'm building a team, whether it's a team of content creators or whatnot, I don't look for potential anymore, because everyone in the world has potential, bro. I just look for people who have it.
I fuck with that. I like that.
Yeah, bro. There's too much times like, is there a window is there a window that you give people with potential where you're like, all right, you just don't have it? I feel like you just better have it already and it better be recognizable. I'm not fucking with potential. You better have it already.
I agree. Like Trey Waynes is a guy that when I saw him in college, I was like,
Yeah, he has potential.
He's got the speed, he's got the size, and he can stick with these receivers. And then it's almost like when he got to the NFL, it's almost like he slowed down.
Yeah. And he got a lot of opportunity to prove himself with a lot of passes being thrown his way, getting a lot of, and he also had a lot of help. Like he would get, because, they would put Xavier Rhodes on an island. You know what I mean? Where it was like Trey Lanes would get safety help. He would be able to get bracket help. But no, it was wide open lanes. While the road was closed on the other side for years. You know what I'm saying? Wide open lanes.
God, he got fucking torched, dude.
He did. Yeah, man. Well, you know what, dog? I like your 10-6. I like that as a ceiling for the Steelers. And I think whether it's if you match that with my shit, what I have them at 8-8. If 8-8's the floor and 10-6 the ceiling, and if they could fall somewhere in the middle, 9-7, and that still gets them into the dance, I think that's not far fetched.
No, I agree, and I think one of the biggest benefits that we have is in my opinion, the Steelers have one of the easier schedules in the NFL this year.
Yeah, they do, because of last year's record. You know what I'm saying? They get to revisit. You know what I'm saying? They get to revisit. Other divisions they played, because you know how that works, right? You play the last year's division. That you play the person that plays the team that plays the same as you, right?
Yep.
And so in this case, who was the one-off team that you guys are playing from last year? Damn it, we went through the schedule. How come I don't fucking remember this? Tito's, give me money. Either way, I agree with you, bro. The schedule on paper should be easy. It's gonna be tough within the division, but you guys should sweep the Bengals. There is a high possibility you sweep the Browns, but there is a realm of possibility where you guys split with them. I hate to say it because I'm talking to you personally right now. I could see the Ravens sweeping y'all, and within division is more important. But then when you look, you guys are playing the East. You guys damn near might sweep the East. I had you guys sweeping the East. You know what I'm saying? And I think the toughest matchup would be against the Eagles. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. And then you know what, bro? You know what, BWB?
What up?
This was epic, man. I like being able to talk with someone who's real, man, because this is the real fantasy playmakers. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Even though this is a reality, take, still, real is in the name. You know what I mean? And realism is what it is, because that's what we want to deliver to the Playmakers audience. You know what I'm saying? And to all the rum boys and girls worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, before we close this thing out, I do want to touch on one more topic. This was off the docket, but in fantasy right now, Give me a late round guy that you find yourself targeting in 12-team redrafts. When I say late round, I'm talking double digits. Give me a guy that just tends to keep being on your teams so far, because we are in mock draft season full on, but now we're getting into actual draft season for sure. You know what I mean? I'll give you one of mine to begin with, and it is a Steeler. And I did tell you this before. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? And I know we've had this conversation on a couple podcasts now, actually. But, you know, as long as Deontay Johnson's a 10th rounder, and even if he bumps up to the 9th, that was still considered late round to me. Like, it's late mid rounds, but still close enough. I'm targeting a lot of Deontay Johnson, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. So what I was going to say, yes, is Deontay Johnson or James Washington.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, you gave both of them.
And, dude, I had them both on my team last year, and I'll let your fan base, the Playmakers, know this shit. So this is my take on the Steelers. So any of the Playmakers listening,
listen close, Playmakers. Listen close to this.
This is some real cold, hard shit right here that you need to know about the Steelers. Ever since I've been a Steelers fan my entire life, and I've been playing fantasy football since I was, probably 8 years old is when I started. And every single year, I have never, ever taken a Steelers number one wide receiver. Never. Even when AB was the number one wide receiver.
Well, because he was too high. He was too high, too, as far as draft capital. You know what I mean? Like,
oh,
yeah, well, I'd rather get a running back more than likely there. But yes, okay, continue.
100%. But I never take a Steelers number one wide receiver. And the reason being, because if you honestly sit back and look, Pittsburgh slot receivers will get you more fantasy points than their number one receiver.
And on the GMM network, on the Real Fantasy Playmakers, we only play PPR. So this take that you just gave us is cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? It's big time cold turkey. And Playmakers, hot take cold turkey. Also check them out. But you know what I'm saying? The whole premise behind hot take cold turkey is it a hot take or is it just a cold turkey, just stone cold the truth? And this is that right here. This is definitely cold turkey. It's goddamn fact that and mind you, if you're playing standard, reconsider your fantasy life, okay? But we do play PPR, and the slot receiver is going to eat the secondary option out the slot. He's going to eat. And I know they're going to move Juju around like they do, but I think he's going to have a higher percentage out wide, man. I just think that's just how it's going to be.
Oh, yeah. And that's the biggest thing that Pittsburgh does. And I think I always laugh whenever I see a number one wide receiver for Pittsburgh, whoever it is at the time in my drafts. I always laugh because I'm like, man, you gotta watch the Steelers a little bit closer, because in reality, like I said, last year I had Deontay Johnson and James Washington, and I would play whoever I thought was playing the slot that day, because when you look at it, Pittsburgh almost uses their number one wide receiver as a decoy. They draw coverage based on where they're playing their number one wide receiver, and then they go to the slot. I would say a solid 5-6 times out of 10, they're going to the slot. And those slot receivers,
it's a pretty good percentage.
Dude,
pretty good percentage as far as like target market share. Yeah, I agree, because the numbers don't lie.
Like the slot receivers in Pittsburgh, they will get you some fucking fantasy points for sure, and they are always slept on. No one focuses on Pittsburgh slot receivers, and to be quite honest with you, with the depth that Pittsburgh has, those are the number one slot receivers that I take, because as a fan, I know Pittsburgh's gonna throw it to the slot more times than not.
Yeah, and I mean, are we gonna bank on frying pan hands Eric Ebron being in the slot? Are we gonna bank on injury prone Vance McDonald? You know what I'm saying? Even though like I am a Vance truther in that sense, I still never touch him because of his injury history. You know what I'm saying? Like I just kind of curve those type of players. You know what I mean? But because those are the guys that are gonna be in and out of the slot. You know what I mean? Juju will be in there too, but Deontay Johnson, man, he's a he's shown improvement. He did it with 3 different quarterbacks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
He was targeted by Big Ben in that 1.5 game he played, and then we seen him eat with Rudolph and goddamn the duck, the quack is what I'm calling him.
Yeah, dude. The slot receivers are fucking.
So if I'm looking at a BWB roster in a 12-team redraft, I'm pretty sure to see some Deontay Johnson.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I like that we could agree on that, man, because you know what I'm saying, that's something I do already, and selfishly I'm like, I hope he agrees with me so I can continue to do that, because I actually give value to your opinion when on these matters. You know what I'm saying? So,
I appreciate that.
off top, bro. Okay, so now one last question, and we're gonna close this thing out. Give me a dark horse in the NFC that we should look out for, and give me a dark horse in the AFC as well. This is a reality take.
Talking fantasy wise?
No, this is a reality take. Just a team. Give me a dark horse NFC team. Give me a dark horse AFC team.
Let me
And
think
while
here.
you do that, hold on. Before you do that, I'll give you some time to think about it. Cheers, brother. Yep, salud.
Fucking, I'm drinking those too.
No, it's all good. You on that the ham tails?
Dude, I actually did pick some up for this weekend.
Yeah. Ham tails, give him money. God damn it. I know you're listening, Ham tails.
Honestly, man, I'm out here plugging their shit.
You should post it and tag them, bro.
Dude, I posted when I posted the episode on Instagram and Twitter, I tagged them.
Okay, I gotta share that, bro. I'm sorry, I didn't. I've been getting ready for this show, and also just, and when I say getting ready, I mean drinking, and then and also what I'm saying, like I'm working, bro. When Monday comes around, I'm working, so I actually didn't get to see the. I actually shared your shit on Twitter because I seen that for sure. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still getting used to like always checking Twitter. You know what I like to call social media. Social media is like looking in the fridge. You know what I mean? Like, you constantly look in the fridge and you're like, a lot of times it's the same shit. That's right. Nothing's new. You know what I mean? But then every so often you're like, oh, that's right. Somebody went grocery over here and there's some new shit in here. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to keep looking in the fridge. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in this case, yeah, I looked in the Twitter fridge and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta post my man. I gotta retweet my man BWB. God fucking damn it.
Appreciate it.
Nah, man, appreciate you. You got me on your platform. Now you're here on our joint. Fucking epic as usual. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually about when we get off here, I'm gonna go on live with my co-host, the Guru. And I don't even know what the fuck we're going to do. We're going to go live on IG. We're just going to shoot this shit. You know what I mean? Because now I'm drunk. I'm just going to talk some shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I might even eat some mushrooms right now and just get on there shrooming. Because for real, dog, the first I want to say 7 weeks maybe even. Oh, no, I went like 6 weeks straight on the Rum Boy. Like, actually, I got on the Rum Boys 2 weeks straight. By the third week, I was already a Rum Boy. I was a guest the first 2 times in a row. Because I literally went 2 weeks straight, I was a guest. And that second week, he had preferenced, you know what I'm saying? You guys might be seeing Bogard around more. The next day, they signed me. The next week, I'm on, and I'm shrooming. And I went 6 weeks straight, just shrooming and drinking and smoking. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I give the most riveting analysis when I'm shrooming, right? Like tomorrow night, and Playmakers, this will already be out there when you guys hear this, but tomorrow night, in my reality right now, I'm going to be on the Icon show. I'm going to be shrooming for sure. Because every time I'm on his show, I'm fucking shrooming. You know what I mean? That's just what I do, bro. I don't know. That's just how I am, bro. I love having a good time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like mushrooms, and I don't overdo it. I like to microdose where, microdosing, it actually builds the neurological system. It makes everything more acute. You're sharper even, you know what I mean? And you feel phenomenal, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I may or may not have, throw something in the tank and go jump on Instagram live right after this. And you know what I'm saying? If I see you in the comments, bro, you know, I'd love you to throw some questions because I know you got them riveting questions, and you know what I'm saying? We'll fuck around. You know what I mean?
Dude, fucking, I gotta get Gemmo on my show. He's a fucking gem.
He is. He has Gem in his name. I fucking love Gemmo, dog. You know, Gemmo's a Sagittarius like me, bro.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah, where it's like, you know, it's funny because I like to relate us to onions, where it's like you just keep peeling back the layers, and then like as you do, you might even cry, bro. You might, you know what I'm saying? Because you might just start discovering things that can bring it's a tear jerker. You know what I mean? And like, and in both ways. It could make you cry in a phenomenal way, and it can make you cry like, God damn it, this shit is fucking me up. You know what I mean? It's just that's why I love to call us onions, bro. And when he told me he's a Sagittarius like myself, I was like, oh my God, it's no fucking wonder. You know what I mean? We're both the guys who have, you know, background in music. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're both the, you know, because we Sagittarius. You know, okay, how about this? Sagittarius is in the game. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Jay-Z, Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit. Who else? Nicki Minaj. I hate using her as example, but I'm drunk. I have a million examples, but just off the top of my head right now, this is what I'm going with. Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know what I'm saying? Damn, Gemmo. You know what I mean? Like I can go on for days. Like, you know, maybe not right now, but I'm just saying, like, we are just characters, bro, that resonate. You know what I'm saying? How about this, BWB? When's your birthday?
July 30th.
July 30th. Hey, that's right. I asked you this. You're a Leo, man. You're the king of the jungle. That's why you're always in control. That's why you're always steady. You're always steady. You're always. My dad's a Leo. I was raised by one. So I always had a Leo directing me and making and guiding me in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally. I love that, bro. Fucking love that.
Get out here.
Yeah, man. Well, check this out, BWB. Oh, shit. Did you give me your dark horses yet?
Oh, no.
I know, because I probably curved it like I do. I probably curved this other ways. Okay, let's go. What you got?
All right, so last year when I was drunk, I made a bet that the Lions would win the NFC North. I bet a lot of money, so I'm not going to make
Well, you're
that
around
mistake.
a lot of Packers, too, so that might have been like a spiteful bet.
Yeah, I was piss hammered when I made that.
Yeah.
So my dark horse, I actually got the Cardinals as a dark horse in the NFC.
I like it. Even though, like, in the mainstream, we will see a lot of hype around them, but technically, in our circles, people that actually know what's up, it's definitely a dark horse. I like that one. I'm going to backpack that one. And another NFC one that I will say, you got to look out for the goddamn, okay, in the NFC West, yes, Cardinals. I will say the Bears could make a turnaround. You know what I'm saying?
They could.
I will say that. You know what I mean? Because that defense, the personnel they have, I mean, like, mind you, this is dark horse shit. So it's like we could be wrong and be okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, like, because honestly, bro, you want to know who's my second front runner for dark horse? Is the Carolina Panthers, bro.
See, they are also my second.
Thank you, because the air raid system is imminent right now, and that's what's coming there with Coach Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? It's murder. He's coming over there, dog, and like the air raid system, and they even bringing over my man Robbie Anderson, the string bean. You know what I mean? There's all kind of speed. You got Curtis Samuel. We're gonna see a lot of fucking 4 wide receiver sets. You know,
Yeah.
empty back. If they have empty back sets, they will have Christian McCaffrey out wide somewhere. You know what I mean? Or maybe even in the slot. Like, we're gonna see this, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They're my dark horse.
No, that's a good one. They would definitely be my
It's
number.
totally drunk and reckless, but that's just that's why they're my second up front runner. I definitely do have the Cardinals. That's why I had to backpack you on that one. Fuck the Cardinals too, but yes, but I I will backpack you on that. I'm really big on the Cardinals in this case.
Fuck. So AFC is tough because I feel like the shitty teams in the AFC.
You're gonna really shit on me for this one, and probably everyone in the world, because I'm still on this hype. You want it? Let me go first. The goddamn Browns. It's Kevin Stefanski, bro. It's gonna be more controlled environment for Baker Mayfield. I see it, bro. And that defense has one hell of a fucking line, one hell of a secondary. Like, I'm upset that Greg Williams left because he knows what to do with that type of personnel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I could see it. My biggest thing with the Browns is just the
They're
talent.
shitty. They're cursed. They're the Browns.
Yeah.
No,
There's no doubt about it. You play the Browns in Madden 20, you're pissed off 9 times out of 10 because you're like, dude, they're not this good in real life.
Yeah. Man, hey, shout out to my man Vinny. He was actually the feature on my last episode. If you want to check it out, Playmakers, it's available. He's actually he's a Madden GOAT, bro. This motherfucker, he's a champion. He goes out and plays tournaments. So our episode, we broke down like the history of the Madden gaming franchise and etc. He's a Raiders fan. Another realist. We had an interesting conversation. Like, I loved it, man. Like, he's definitely someone you're gonna hear again on the podcast or see eventually when we do, lives and stuff like that. But just another person that the universe brought to my attention, bro. And but in this case, super gamer, and he loves to pick the shitty teams and whoop people up with. You know what I mean? And he even told me in Madden, in these tournaments, they're trying to make rules where people can't just be the Ravens or the Chiefs all the time. Because now in Madden, these tournaments, they allow people to be the Ravens versus the Ravens even. The Chiefs versus the Chiefs, like type of shit. That's whack, right? So,
whack.
Yeah, but so he always, so last year he was just all on the Seahawks because they're essentially the poor man's version of those teams. Because they have Russell Wilson, who does the same thing that those guys do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm not mad at your take right there.
So this is what I got, and this is utterly ridiculous, but honestly, I think the Jets could be a dangerous
Yes. Team. Oh, you mean the Terminator-led Jets? My man Darnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator himself. And with Joe Douglas over there, who's a product of Ozzie Newsome. First of all, shout out to Turn Up the Jets. Shout out to my man Joe. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they really did their thing in the draft, bro. And if it isn't for Adam Gase, bro, I would really stamp this. And hopefully, Greg Williams can work his way up back to getting a head coaching job eventually if the Jets start to fall off because bro, they did their thing in the draft, bro.
Dude, they killed the draft.
They did, man. They sure the fuck did. And check us out, Playmakers. Look out for episode 3. I think it's going to be episode 3 of Fantasy Football Friendly or Not. It's going to be featuring my man Joe from Turn Up the Jets. Robbie's going to bring him on. You know what I'm saying? They're going to break down the Jets, man. You know what I mean? And he's a good follow too, man. He's an up-and-comer, bro. He also was a D1. He also has D1 scout, baseball scouting in his background. I think you guys are about the same age too, man. He's a good follow, man. Turn Up the Jets. Look him up, bro. He follows me. I follow him. You can find him easily, man. He's a good. He'll be a great dude to bring on your pod too, bro.
I should hit him up too, cause
yeah. And check this out. You're gonna love this. He's a motherfucker who was born and raised in Massachusetts. And he's a Jets fan, and his whole family is Patriots fans.
Yes, dude.
Yes, I love him for that. And he knows his shit, bro. This kid is phenomenal, bro.
God, I hate the Patriots.
I know, fuck the Patriots. Even though I love them, because I love people that will do anything to win. You know what I mean? I'm about winning. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't put it past cheating either. You know what I'm saying? I hate that my Niners are clean cut like that. Listen, if we have to cheat, let's get it, bro. Win. In reality, right? Fuck morals. The morale gets thrown out. The morals get thrown out the window. You feel me? Win, baby. Actually, I don't want to say win, baby. That's a Raiders reference. Fucking win.
Dude, as long as Adam Gase, doesn't blow it more.
I even told my man Joe, turn up the Jets. I told him, I said, because on the episode I brought him on, I told him like this. I said, look, check this out, bro. Every loss you guys take, it's a win for you guys because that's closer to getting the fuck rid of Adam Gase. You know what I mean?
For real though, he's so dumb.
Because that team is so young too, bro. And like, you know what, too, dog? They're the second front runner. And I learned this stat from my man Joe from Turn Up the Jets. I learned this stat that they're in the past 20 years since 2000, they're the most injury riddled team. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because that's a curse in itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? But they really did. Like, check this out. The Browns, Broncos, and Jets are my top 3 teams that killed the draft. Those are my top 3. Jets are number 1. They really did their thing. As far as filling needs, system needs, holes on their offense and defense, they did it. They did it all. Those 3 teams.
I can agree with that. Dude, it still blows my mind that the Broncos got Jerry Jeudy at 15.
Not me. That's why. You know why? Because they needed to. They're doing what they have to do for a young QB. Get him the weapons. You know what I'm saying? Good coaching staff in place. Same thing with the Jets in that sense. Minus Adam Gase running the whole thing, because he will be the guy that he outcoaches himself, bro. He thinks. Yeah, it's funny, dog. It's funny to me, bro.
Well, that's just it, dude. I thought Jerry Jeudy would go a lot earlier than 15.
Yeah, bro. I mean, a lot of Jets fans thought he was going to go there even. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the Broncos, when they got Jerry... Because when the Broncos were up to make their pick, I was recording a podcast episode during the first round of the draft, and I had the draft pulled up on my phone. I was watching.
So you had a straight-up real reaction to this.
Yeah. So when they picked him, I was like, oh, my God, dude, at 15, what a fucking steal.
Yeah, I mean, you know why I think he dropped in that sense? Because he probably, the Raiders, who else needed a receiver early? Who else? Maybe even the Niners could have looked at him. Either way, the Cowboys even, I feel because of him, having that piece of his meniscus missing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that came out the week of the draft. It was like, well, hey, everyone, by the way, he's missing a piece of his meniscus. You know what I mean? And then being one of the most probably the crispiest route runner coming out of this draft class. Coupled with his speed. And, you know what I mean? And then, he is, sub 200 pounds. So it's you know what I mean? He's going to have to depend on his crispy route running. I actually, his route running, I compared to Calvin Ridley. Another guy who's a smaller stature guy, as far as, size and weight. Where it's Calvin Ridley can work in super small areas and get separation because of his great route running skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, honestly, I for sure thought the Raiders were gonna take Jerry Jeudy. I didn't think the Raiders should have taken Henry Ruggs.
Well, shout out to my man VL the GOAT that I was telling you about just prior to this. When on the episode prior to this one that's gonna come out. You know what I mean? This kid Henry Ruggs, that's the dead spirit of or not the dead spirit. That's the spirit of Al Davis, where just take the fastest guy available.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right, and then in this case, they are in a division with Tyreek the Freak Hill. You know what I mean? Where it's that's their version of Tyreek Hill right now on paper.
Yeah.
Too bad they got a motherfucker who can't even stretch the field at quarterback. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man. once again, bro, I want to thank you, man, and we're gonna go and close this up with some more housekeeping. Follow us at the GMM Network on IG and Twitter. Also on IG, follow me at Bogard Scott Free World. Be sure to sign up and make an account on Monkey Knife Fight and use promo code RUMBOYZ. That's RUMBOYZ. All caps. RUMBOYZ. Like I said, on Monkey Knife Fight, promo code RUMBOYZ, and we will match you up to $50 on your first deposit. Also, shout out to my sponsor, Milk and Honey. For all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness, visit www.milkandhoney.com. BWB, Blitzed with Blake. Tell them where they can find you and all your content.
Hell yeah. So you can find me on any podcast platform. I'm live on all of them. You name it. Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Podcast Breaker, Radio Cast, and I'm probably missing one, Radio Public as well. You can find me on Twitter by searching at Blitzed, WIT, Blitz with Blake. Twitter wouldn't let me put the H, so got to make it a wit. Fucking Twitter.
Should we boo Twitter? Nah. We need Twitter.
we
you know
like
what? We're
Twitter.
gonna boo them for not letting you have the H. Fuck them. Oh, you know what? Oh, they wouldn't even allow me. The Jamaicans wouldn't allow me. They're like, fuck that. Go ahead.
You can find me on all other social media platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. You have whatever you.
Blake,
wanna
are you
start-
doing dances? Is there a Blake dance out there on TikTok?
There is not actually. I haven't even.
I think you
posted
need one, bro. I think
There's
we
gonna
might
be
need one.
I have some really funny ideas actually. I'm gonna start. For those of you that listen, decide to come over from the Playmakers and check out my content. There's
Yes,
some
and I
bloopers
encourage you. I encourage you, Playmakers. I encourage you. Do you call your audience? Do you have a handle for your audience?
Nah.
Well, I'm gonna call them the Blitzers. All you Playmakers better. I encourage you to also wear the Blitzer hat. You know what I'm saying? You guys should all become Blitzers.
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm gonna. There's some bloopers though that happen like during my show before, after recording and stuff. Just some funny random shit that actually I'm gonna be posting. Like I'm gonna start recording on TikTok, and then all the bloopers are gonna be on TikTok.
Nice, love it. Okay, continue to let them know where they can find you, bro. Because this is
Yeah, you
very
can just-
imperative.
You can just find me on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all just by searching Blitz with Blake. Merch is
And
gonna-
Playmakers, all these links will be in the description of this episode. You know what I'm saying? For all you lazy fucks. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? All my Playmakers, we are lazy fuck. We make plays and then we kick back. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We are the guys that you would come through and scout and be like, come on, man. You got all the potential in the world. You need to pick up the slack. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey man, fuck it. God rested on one day too. It's alright.
Yeah, he sure did. And you know what that day was? Sunday, where we're doing all our best work. Yes. Oh, yes. And go on all the streaming platforms. Blitz with Blake. If you want to find a podcast, we're talking Spotify. We're talking Apple. We're talking goddamn Stitcher. We're talking Anchor. We're talking all them joints. That's where you're going to find all my man Blake's, all my man BWB's content and his podcast. Also, I'm going to put a link to the episode that he had gave me the honor of gracing. You know what I'm saying? Hell of an episode. Where
God,
I feel
that's-
like I was able to defend my Niners like a true and through, you know what I'm saying, faithful, gold-blooded. You know what I mean? Hey, can you give me that though? I was able. And you know what, Eric? I know you're listening, Eric. I'm sorry I had to shit on you so bad. Because Eric's such a nice guy. He's such a nice guy. I shit on him pretty bad with the Green Bay Packers. And he couldn't even, it came to a point where he was just like, damn, because I was just speaking truth. You know what I mean?
For real though, like And for any of the playmakers listening, for real, like that shit it's I called it the NFL roast session. You got to check it out. That shit was so funny, dude.
Yeah, it's such a great segment, bro. Such a great segment. I almost feel like I can't wait till the day you do me the honor and let me get on the show again, and we have another 3 and up panel. You know what I mean? Where, you know what I'm saying? Because I would love to take on a 3-on-1. Bring it. You know what I mean? Bring it. You know what I'm saying? I'll always defend my Niners. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time too, because you know why? As an analyst, it gives that segment gives us an opportunity to wear our hat, our Homer hat, because as analysts, we tend to put that hat down to you know what I mean, so we could really sit back and not be biased with our takes. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro.
No, sure, dude.
Yeah, bro. Blake, my man BWB, it was a fucking honor and a pleasure, bro. Thank you.
Dude, no, thank you for having me on. I seriously appreciate it, man.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. This is only the beginning, bro. And what you will come to learn with Bogardism is the monarchy for Bogardism is it only gets better. IOGB. It only gets better, bro. Yeah, man. Thanks again, bro. Peace.
Thanks.
If you want to hold on for a second, I'm going to cut this off.
Yeah.
For sure, Playmakers, you know what time it is. Subscribe even.